Hello.
Greetings.
Oh.
And welcome
to a very full and filled with alcohol.
Very well-fed late episode of the Skill Floor.
So welcome to Full House, the skill floor, but the full part is the food.
Wait. Scene 2. Look at the camera.
Is it G21?
No,
G2?
it's G2. There you go.
None for you.
Hello and welcome to the Skill Floor podcast, episode number 304.
That was not good. Well, come on.
And I'm your host Matthew. That's Anis. That's Brian, and we're joined today by Mad Cat. Today we're talking about Wingstop. Woo!
Yes.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-da!
Please fill our mouths with your glorious wings. That Korean sauce is bomb.
Have some more.
Is it an actual Korean guy that makes it?
It's made of Korean guy.
Why would
Just
we
Korean?
Sketch?
Okay.
In the same way that your dong cures cancer,
By
his-
smacking kids.
his sauce is wings.
Oh my god.
Oh,
And
that-
we've
that's
come
what- that was the last genie wish he made.
we've come full circle to what you would like to jizz.
Oh yeah.
Back to that conversation.
Uh-huh.
There's just one guy who's
He just jizzes death.
You can swap back.
Like a swarm of locusts fly out.
Oh, that'd be
I would-
terrible.
All right, yeah, the podcast is now in full swing. We started our first dick joke of the day.
Ding, ding,
Today's
ding, ding.
taboo word is gel. If you say the word gel, we all have to drink.
Oh,
Okay.
fuck.
Gel.
well.
Cheers, everyone. It's going to be a long podcast.
It's going to be a short one.
You
'cause
do
we're
realize
gonna
I'm
get
going to be
drunk.
working this into every sentence I say because gel
All right.
is a cool word.
Well, cheers, everyone.
Get fucked.
All right, new rule. If Mad Cat says gel, she drinks, she
Aw.
chugs the whole bottle, and we
I'm
watch
gonna
and
take
cheer
you to
her
a
on.
Southern Comfort,
We
just
don't
watch
have enough.
You want to
alcohol.
go?
me. Go.
Yeah, he said.
Yeah.
He said the word, so.
Yeah. I was going to say, this is actually a very sweaty episode of the Skill Floor podcast, but
Which
we
is
both took
strange 'cause
showers.
it's been 3 hours since we sweated at the gym. So
You should
True.
turn off that fan.
Right.
It's probably.
I think I've actually capped off the amount of sweat that I can release in a day. Like there's a finite amount, and I definitely lost it on the floor of the wood floor onto that mat, and then I didn't wipe it down.
it won't.
Like, you just crawled.
Jeez,
and
man.
you just made like a little puddle. It was
So-
it's like the slime from a snail.
It won't help
Oh, yeah.
if you.
Are you
rehydrate.
sweating powder right now?
Yeah, no, there's no sweat.
No, he's like Bruce Lee.
I've gotta do it, dog.
pains him to do anything.
I think
Oh,
it'd be,
shit.
the powder would cap, and if it's so concentrated, you take some of that powder, you put it in a pot, and you boil it, and then you get 18-year-old oxtail soup.
Maybe.
Ugh! It's so gross.
You should feel good. You are the equivalent of Bruce Lee right now.
No, just because I'm in pain because I can't sweat does not mean I'm Bruce Lee. I'm sure Bruce Lee breathes, but because everyone breathes, it doesn't mean they're all Bruce Lee.
Am I Bruce Lee?
You can be.
Am
If you down that entire bottle of Southern Comfort right now.
Go.
Please, we do
Live
not
on.
advise binge drinking on this podcast, but if you happen to do it, well,
See, I bring alcohol, so I supply this. I'm an enabler.
it's true.
She
Screwdriver
supplies
is
it. We
delightful.
denied
I have
it.
Peach Bellini.
I don't know what this is.
What?
Brian made this. It
What
looks
is
like
it?
urine.
Is it
What
urine?
did
Yeah.
you make?
Urine.
No. You got to guess what it is. You got the first guess wrong.
Oh
It's
no,
not
it's
pineapple.
it's definitely like apple juice with some kind of vodka.
That's two. You're missing one.
Did you add squirt to it?
Mm-mm.
No, there's no squirt in this. It's not sweet enough. Is it a splash of the? Is it a splash of the raspberry, or did you throw some SoCo in?
Mm-mm. Neither of those.
Did you add their Southern Comfort to it?
No.
No.
not
It's
dark
it is
enough
more
for it?
alcohol, but you're not
Did you
you're
add
not there
more-
yet.
One of these?
Is it the other vodka?
Mm-mm.
Ah, shit. What
What
else
would
is in
go
there?
well with apple juice?
Urine.
Urine.
Other than
Oh, shit.
I do like a good apple juice urine spread. That is my favorite.
Tequila.
Mm-mm.
Well, that's a good guess.
What the
that's
fuck's
what,
else
that's what I was
inside of it?
thinking.
It's something that you guys have not seen.
So it's new.
Your penis.
Is it
Did you
rum?
bring it?
No.
We
I
haven't-
I brought it a long time ago. I just
Does it come out of your body?
no.
We have not seen.
Is it an
How are we
plant
supposed to
animal?
know this? Is it an...
No, because what
Is
would
it a
go
mineral?
well with apple juice that's also an alcohol?
I had cranberry juice
Strongbow.
in mine, but
Close.
Cider?
Yes. Which
Fuck.
one?
Angry Orchard.
Which one?
green?
I don't know.
Crisp.
No?
If you put here's
Hardwall.
Let's play a game.
Dry.
If I put two
Fuck.
Angry
There's
no
Orchards
too
in
many
two different
booze.
cups and was
Too
like
many booze.
identify these, could you do it?
I could
And
at
he
least
pissed on it.
I could at least identify the green one and
No,
original.
I would never put the original green one. I would put like, oh yeah, this is the pumpkin one. But you did tell me something important right now, which is that it's either it's the green one or the red one. I'm gonna go ahead and say it's the green one.
It's the purple one.
I already said it
The
was the
purple
green
one?
What the
No.
fuck?
Oh yeah, I love those purple apples. I don't you remember going down in the grocery store with your mom, going to the apple section and finding the purple apples, Brian? Oh, what a great time! It's finding those purple apples.
To be fair, I did used to be a really big fan of grapples.
Grapples?
Graples?
But they're not purple.
Are they
No,
purple?
but they're grape apple. No, they grow grapes around an apple tree, and then the grape juice gets sucked up from the roots, and it turns the apples into like grape flavored.
I thought it was just a monstrosity
Yeah, they're
of
fucking
science.
good. So
Yeah,
good.
it sounds like a monstrosity of science.
It's so good.
It sounds like you're trying to play God, Brian.
what's happening?
My child!
The trees eat them. Now we can have human apples. Nom nom nom.
Now the humans will know we're delicious.
Human
so
flavored
good, though.
apples. Ugh.
Grape flavored apples are the best. But no, it's the Hoppin' Mad one.
Hoppin' Matt?
Is
Mad.
this a seasonal thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, Angry Orchard's weird. They want to pretend that they're secretly apple farmers, but we all know what they're really up to. Like if they had it their way, they would like walk up to the tree and then pick the bottles of Angry Orchard off of each tree and then put them in the box and then ship them away.
That would be the
Is that not what they do?
No.
No.
I've got really bad news. They probably do
I
employ.
figure you just plant glass bottles on the floor so that the roots of the apple tree absorb that. So there's a coating of bottle that goes around every
the
apple.
tree is just
And then
constantly
there's like
fucked up.
the one that messes up is like shards of glass, so they have to be very careful
Right.
about climbing these because they could just immediately
You
slice
fall
off one of
down
your
and
arms.
just stabbed.
You are
See,
dead.
you thought that icicles were dangerous? Glass bottles full of hard cider are even worse.
Way
People
worse.
who work
Absolutely.
at the Angry Orchard factory have to like sign waivers for
Oh,
this
yeah.
stuff, man. Even the illegals, they have to sign waivers.
Right, every day.
And they're
Every day.
totally blitz. You're just
I just
They have a
Rounding.
chalkboard like how many days since last death due to
how
apple
many
cider.
days of injury? Yeah. I accidentally tasted part of the tree and I got fucked up and fell on the glass. So that's why my arm's gone.
you're like chew on the bark and you get fucked.
Delicious.
I wanted a grapple, and it was like
It's-
the ones way up there, man, and I fell off, and that's why I missed my
Fiberglass trees.
I think they stop being trees.
When
They just become fiberglass.
face. Do not have sex with fiberglass.
Have
From
you?
experience
You
or
wanted to fuck a tree earlier. I'm saying do not have sex with the fiberglass tree.
earlier? Did that earlier.
What about
That's
with just a regular tree, like a maple tree?
That's up to him, man. He's the one who's all about trees.
I don't know.
maybe if you
I don't
like
know where
sand
put
it
anything.
and like grind it down with some 50 grit.
You have to find the trees that are
You
already
polish
hollowed out
it. At
with
some
like a
point it stops
woodpecker.
being a
Soft
tree and
birch
starts
ones,
being
so
like a
when you
table.
pull
no,
bark off,
not
it's
the
already
whole
soft.
fucking tree. Just make a
Mm.
hole.
Probably
and like
do
sand
There
it
you go.
down.
Yeah, and sand it down.
When who's
Like,
that
put a
guy?
fleshlight in
Who
it.
was that guy we met at that party? Mario, who was talking about how he fucked his bed.
Oh.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
What?
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, so we got this guy Mario. It's like one of Aeneas's friends, and it's they belong. He's a member of the Tweens group.
I thought you were gonna say he blew him.
No.
I
No.
heard a bee there.
It's possible. I don't know. I don't know.
Although two of Aeneas' friends apparently cuddle wrestled in the sand, right? You were the one who
Was
said
one-
this.
Was one of them Aaron?
Oh yeah, it was Mario and Aaron. They're like
Well, there you go.
Ruffled.
the wrestle.
So Mario, in
wrestled.
addition to fucking a bed, also fucked Aaron.
On the sand on the beach at night.
Hot. Oh my God, please.
Mm.
You're,
Do you need a
warming, you're,
refill?
you're warming up my jillies. I just realized that we can actually force feed trees anything we want to
Mhm.
because they eat through their roots. So we could just walk around and give trees all kinds of, like, if we just put these wings in the tree ground.
Korean
Just
apple.
Well, you know, when you're
Oh.
Oh my
interesting about
God.
plants is that any plant who does this, like, there's a specific plant. It's a flower, and when it blooms, if there's a human body nearby, because of the extra iron, it becomes like the brightest red you've ever seen.
That's sick.
Whoa.
That's gorgeous.
That's
It's just,
metal.
Like, plants are weird, and then there's
That's
like the
real metal.
one like Venus flytraps, like they freaking evolved to eat flies, and they have like the acidic, like just sitting. They don't digest; it just sort of sits in this acid, and then when the fly digests, like the nutrients go through like the plant walls, and it's just like
Well,
I'm a
there's
plant.
that one carnivorous plant that's essentially marriage, where you like fly in and you're like, oh, there's gonna be some sweet honey in this, and then you slide down and you get stuck in the pool of water.
Yep.
Oh
And then
yeah.
it just drowns.
Wait, I need to see that sick shoulder movement again.
The weirdest thing is that there was this.
He's
one
moving too
plant-
fast.
that's as close as I can get to Sonic the Hedgehog.
Like,
Speaking
one
of
thing-
Sonic, sorry, no, just Amanda and I. It was our anniversary 2 days ago,
Aw,
and we went to
congratulations.
Plaza Bonita. 'Cause we were trying to figure out what to do.
Yeah.
What should we do for a 2-year?
1 year, first of all.
He's dressed up as Sonic. I know what I'm doing.
No. We were trying to figure out
Hey,
what
baby,
to do.
you
'Cause
wanna
we
go
were killing
fast?
time. We were killing
She's
time
dressed as
between
Knuckles.
2 activities. We were killing time between 2 activities. We just finished eating, so we were trying to digest the food,
We are rooting
and we're
the
gonna do
sweet
something
story.
else. But we were trying to decide what to do. We eventually went to a graveyard, which was really cool, by the way.
Yeah.
And I'll get to that in a second.
Yeah,
But
have
Romantic.
sex on top of dead bodies. That's
no,
what
no,
you
no,
do.
no.
Romantic.
No, I was too afraid that the grass would absorb us, and then we would grow into trees.
I would be like, oh, they're gonna reach up and start grabbing stuff.
Oh man.
Whoa, Amanda.
Grandma,
What?
no! Grandma,
Amanda,
no!
this is the best hand you've. Oh God,
Grandma, no!
No.
that's true. That's a tree.
I don't want to risk that. I don't.
absorbs your dick.
I've seen Thriller.
Oh
and
shit.
Believe me, I
That's all
don't
you
want to
have
be a
know.
part of
I've
I've
that.
seen
seen Thriller too. Eyebrow cock, eyebrow cock.
But no, we were at Plaza Bonita, and we were walking through the food court, and I looked down at the Target from up above, and I saw a kid in a Sonic hat.
Jeez.
And when I turned to mention it to a man, and he looked back, he was gone.
it was
He
a
was
ghost.
All he,
He
did,
was behind you.
all he did was slow down slow down
Fast enough.
He slowed down long enough
I'm proud of you.
to wiggle his finger at me and tell me how slow I was before he disappeared and jettisoned himself back into the Target for those
He was-
sick deals.
He was actually
Sonic,
Sonic.
Sonic, the market got really hard after Eggman left. Sonic just had to start working at a Target.
Mm-hmm.
He's actually just looks like a 5-year-old kid. That's just what he looks like.
There you
Actually,
go.
In the
I
real
would,
world.
I would love. So there's Birdman, Harvey Birdman, Attorney at
Right.
Law,
Yes.
which
oh.
takes a ton of those like old Hanna-Barbera shows
Yeah.
and just repurposes them into this totally new idea, which is like all of them dealing with their court cases.
Creative
Yeah.
Yeah.
Space
I
Ghost
would
guy.
love like
what?
yeah. I heard
Who did?
about that.
Creative
Yeah.
Space Ghost, Coast to Coast.
Oh shit!
Um,
Love that show.
But I would love a show that was like, oh, these are all video game characters, and this is what they're doing after they finish the game. So it's
So
like,
it's like Wreck-It Ralph, but TV.
yeah,
And
but
also
like-
not
like,
made by Disney,
and also
so it
yeah,
can touch on like more.
like ennui
Yeah.
and like Link's just sitting there like unable to talk, and people have forgotten him because he's like illiterate and can't really
God.
speak. And the whole,
Hey man, you're Zelda, right?
That's when he just like pulls out the Master Sword and he slides it into the dude's belly. Dude doesn't. It's kind of
No.
gory because this is a new age game.
Okay.
But then he just explodes and then he just like comes back with like 2 lives left.
Oh shit.
That's how it works.
Or I like the idea of him reaching to grab the Master Sword, but he pawned it so he could pay rent because no one will hire him because he can't talk.
So he had to steal an onion sword.
So he's just got like he's got like a leak,
Years.
and he's just like leak stab, leak cut, leak. I'm gonna leak you, leak.
Back to plants. So you know that one plant that it's like really big and it smells like corpses.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
6 of them have bloomed this year, and that's really weird because like in the past 10 years, only 2 have. 6 have bloomed this year.
Do you think it's an omen
I think it's
for this podcast?
specifically this podcast.
We are using the souls of the dead to power our ascent
I thought we were
into.
powering an is with the souls of the dead.
It's true. He is our dark soul.
Well-
That's like half of it,
You don't sleep, right? I've never seen you sleep.
sort of.
She took a picture of you sleeping, but I'm sure that was photoshopped.
No,
Yes.
he was actually blinking, and she caught the
Oh,
photo just in
there we
time.
go.
I scared him when I started talking though. That's what I didn't.
Yeah,
mean to
you made a
wake
mistake. You
Hmm.
had Aeneas in his weakest form. We could have finally finished him off, but then he awoke,
Yeah, you
Did
fucked.
you
and
have
now
the
it's
steak
1,000
ready?
years of pain.
Did you have the steak and ham already?
I did, yeah.
Where is it? Did you get it blessed by the priest though? It had to be blessed 3 times.
I mean, let's
Not
just say I
twice.
was baptized.
Oh, that steak.
Chug,
Okay.
chug.
Did you get your penis replaced with wood?
Yeah, I did.
I
That's how
mean,
the tree enjoys it.
all the jokes would not change if you had.
You
your
would be
penis
the
replaced by
worst
wood.
pirate. You would be the worst pirate, man.
You know how some pirates have peg legs?
Third leg, the pirate.
Do you hear him just?
Sometimes you can hear it dragging on the floor when he's pacing around his room.
What's that?
That's the sound of my wooden penis dragging across the the bed of the ship.
Because it's also wood, so you just got like, and it's not hanging low enough. to-
Captain, you got
It's
wood.
not old enough yet, so that it's just like constantly dragging. It's just like a slight edge.
Would if it's that long, would he also use it to repel invaders?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
He also
Dual
like
purpose.
he's got attachments for it where it's
Oh,
like he's got like a
sick.
broom head and he just like sews on. It's like time to sweep.
He actually is like you have like full control over it, so it's just like
Nice. I'd
It's
like to
also a snake
picture
charmer.
the brooms
Attach a
from
flag to
Magician's Apprentice.
The broom from Magician.
Oh,
What is
Magician's
it?
It's
Apprentice?
magic on its own.
Mm-hmm.
Magic
The
keys.
one of the shorts in Fantasia, the one where Mickey is
Oh,
like an
where the broom
apprentice.
is
Oh
like-
yeah,
and,
yeah.
and he like conjures up a bunch of sentient brooms. Are like, "Fuck
That's-
you, we're gonna."
Revolt.
Yeah.
No, they didn't really revolt. They just kept cleaning so much that the room got flooded
Mm-hmm.
because some of them were just throwing water.
Oh,
into the
that's-
Because
river.
yeah,
this
that's
wizard
right.
was a dick, found the fountain of infinite water, and decided not to share.
Also life.
Yeah.
Why didn't he make sentient water? What do you think water would do if it was
If you played
alive?
Epic Mickey, you would
My
know.
God, you drink sentient water.
Do you become
Futurama taught
smarter?
us what that's like.
Sentient water.
You have to
just,
cry,
like,
pee,
hear
or
a
sweat 'em
silent
out.
Scream as it's going down your throat. Like you can feel it because it's like right there. And then since you're 70% water, like when it gets absorbed into your bloodstream, is it like in your head? Like do you
Oh,
just
yeah.
hear it in like multiple places. Like oh man,
It's
my
not only
knees
in your
screwed
head,
up
it
today.
has like reason and ability to like fuck with the things that you see. So like you'll just get like a swollen bit here, and it's just like that's me. I'm growing in your head. And you're like, oh, my head feels
How
a
do
little
we
soft
not
today.
know that we're not drinking sentient water, and every day we're slowly becoming more and more of whoever
more and
we're
more
drinking?
water?
Maybe the alcohol's sentient water.
That's why we.
Mm.
That's why we pee, is so we can get rid of all of the
There you
cursed
go.
water that we've assimilated over
Makes sense.
several periods.
Why is it yellow?
Why is it yellow?
Because if you have gone through as much shit as the sentient
yellow's
water
the
did, it all would
Mm,
change colors.
there we go.
Golden showers.
Also, you probably need to drink more water then. If you're
Should my water's clear
yeah,
or
you-
bloody?
Well, mine's
get that
constantly
checked out,
orange.
man.
Nope.
I just because it's Halloween almost, so mine's orange right now.
Spoopy.
It alternates
the
between
pumpkin
orange
It
and
just
black.
changes based on the seasons. So on Easter, do you just pee eggshells?
During,
Ouch.
LGBT.
It's
During Pride Month, mine's
actually
a rainbow.
yeah, it's actually no, yeah, it's a rainbow, but it's all pastel,
Oh, that's awesome.
right? I think so.
I
During
think
Day
that
of the Dead, you actually have patterns come out.
he just pees dead bodies.
Oh Lord.
It's sugar skulls.
Actually, I pee that black gunk that bodies are during the fourth stage of decomposition. It's they're bloated and they're black and they're like sludge, and it's right before
Remember those
all the
130-year-old
organic stuff's
olives?
gone
That's what
away
it
and
looks
it's
like.
just the skeleton. Yeah, it's super gross. So basically,
Yeah,
like
I've seen it.
all of the fat zombies in every zombie game ever, the ones that are like vomiting stuff, that's what I pee. There's
So
the
pea soup.
sludge that's
It
coming
look-
out
it
of
looks
them.
like pea soup.
Ew.
Delicious.
It sounds like a good facial cream.
Fourth stage of decomposition.
Yeah.
Do you need a facial cream?
I think that would be good for
Do
your
you
skin.
need a facial?
Because I dropped my.
Those are free.
I was gonna make a nice sex
Don't
joke.
get
I
in
ruined
this.
it.
Yeah. Don't worry, we're already there.
Do you need a refill?
Oh
Do
yeah.
you want a new mix?
Sure.
Mixologist Rezan on the
Are
case.
your ears cold?
Does anyone else need anything?
No, I still got
Edge?
more than half.
Are your ears cold?
Why?
I have some nice ear warmers for you.
Aeneas, quickly sit on my face.
Oh God.
Thanks,
Goodbye.
Tinder. Half the things on our Tinder are like, oh yeah, I got some nice earmuffs going on, and sit on my face, and it's like, okay, cool.
Have you ever actually had a lady sit on your face?
I have not. It sounds uncomfortable.
It's at least this is what I've heard. It's actually not for them. This is what I've heard.
Not for.
It's fun for both parties, is what I've heard.
Oh,
Really?
two-way street.
It sounds like a lot of like, wait, being.
But she's not sitting like directly on your face. She should have something. She's
floating.
Yeah.
like gliding over your
Yeah.
She should be holding.
Get a
yourself
whole
up
human
somewhere.
on your face.
Well, that's what I thought.
It's
I
not.
was
It's not
just like,
good unless she's like 90 pounds, and
Sit-
even
sit
then,
on-
you're
Her
gonna
body
have
is
problems.
the brush. Your face is the floor.
Your face is the canvas.
You gotta hit that carpet.
Ah!
You gotta punch it with your tongue.
I don't know if that's what I want.
You
You're the one that
don't
I
have
want.
to have it.
Bop, bop, bop. Yeah, I know. It's. I guess.
You can ask for fries if you want. Or wings. I
Feed
don't
Well,
know.
for
fries,
McDonald's, your choices are fries or I sit on your face and we go to town. Which one are you going for?
I'd
Would you like
probably-
some secret sauce?
Honestly, I'd probably go for fries every time.
I think that's a good play. Especially
Yeah.
going to McDonald's, like you don't know.
It's on a dollar menu. Like, ah, shit, I don't
Sit on
know.
your
Why
face,
should
I
huh?
get this?
On the dollar menu.
Should I get this?
What if there was like a cheap drive-through prostitution place that was like, yeah, you can get a blowy here. It's on the dollar menu today. Would you do it?
Fuck.
Well, I mean, is it in a place like Germany where that stuff's still legal? Or are we talking like sketchy, backdoor sort of thing?
That's urine right there.
No,
That is
no,
the color of
no.
Getch's
We're not
urine.
at Valentine's yet.
Oh, so during Valentine's Day, you just
Right.
pee in a glass?
Red and pee.
I really want it to be the crushed up powder and those like shitty
Oh, the
chalk hearts that
yeah.
just say like you're my favorite
I
or
love
whatever.
you.
Would you
Whatever.
crush it up and put it in her drink?
It's perfect because whenever I'm trying to do a magic trick, I just punctuate the magic trick with that. I turn around and like, give me
You
one
whip-
sec. Turn back around.
That was a very awful joke, and someone should hit me with the power glove.
And then it's all kids. Where's the power glove?
Where is the power
It's in the
glove?
bag.
What's the
No.
infinity got on it?
We need it so I can be slapped.
I don't think that will resolve everything. I think this is just gonna be what our lives are now.
Booze
Let's
and-
just. There's three. The ratio of men to women is 3-1 right now, and if we start like power gloving you,
We're gonna
I'm
get banned.
scared.
We're gonna
I'm
get banned.
I'm scared
That's
of
what
the
We've reached a million yet.
repercussions.
It's not time for
we're
the
gonna
sex
get banned.
tape.
It's true. We haven't gotten the $1 million.
We're only up 18 from me. I'm only up 18.
No, Sal put in 15.
And Aaron put 50.
No, but that doesn't count. He didn't
Ah.
pledge that towards lost
Plus it
sex
to my,
tape.
towards my face.
Oh no, never mind. Sal's is for kissing.
Yeah.
So if we reach the million, but not the
Oh, shit,
the million for the kiss, or however much for the kiss,
It was like $500,000, I believe, for
It's either a
blood.
kiss or a porno shoot.
1,000 was
I
the
don't
kiss.
know. I don't know.
1,000 was the kiss.
I thought we did $500,000.
So if we do $1 million, what we do is we just don't kiss during the entire porn.
Right.
Yes.
The sex tape.
Sex tape.
I don't know if I want
What
that. either way.
classifies as a sex tape?
Depends
two-
on the
like,
tape.
Two tapes wrapping, binding around one another, and just
Fuck.
going at it.
Well, consider
I
that-
was gonna say any like consensual sex act, but recorded on a VHS.
Do we like splice Kim Kardashian's sex tape and then just Photoshop her faces into it?
No.
At some point, it's just Kim Kardashian with our faces on it.
And so
Like, there's like a difference between us doing like the skill floor sex tape where you get to see like Brian's like huge dragon tattoo that he has whose tail like winds down to his penis.
It's actually my happy trail. I've shaved it in such a way that it's contoured to look like a dragon.
Yeah, it's impressive that you managed to get the scales in there.
this is
somehow.
like the dragon, like Skyrim
Yeah.
Yeah.
symbol.
Mhm.
Oh, jeez.
It was
that's
tough.
impressive. That's impressive, man.
Yeah, and then when Skyrim came out, I was worried about like copyright
Copyright
issues. but-
infringement. No, but you were gonna sue them.
Yeah.
But then you realized that if you went to court for Skyrim penis,
I'd have to undress myself in front of a judge,
Yeah.
and
There's
just
just
not
this whole
worth
big
it.
thing. You're just like, I don't
They're gonna
wanna
point and
flash
laugh.
the
There's
judge.
gonna
No,
be
no.
mods of it.
Yeah, no
Put
one's
into
gonna
the
want
game.
that. There's gonna be VODs.
Lots.
Well, star.
I was gonna say, I think a sex tape counts as like. There was a news thing where this couple was just in a dumpster in the middle of the road having at it.
Mm-hmm.
They were both fully clothed, but they were obviously having a good time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure that would still count as a sex tape.
Well, is there a minimum length requirement, or does like a Snapchat count?
I thought you
That
were
was a
gonna-
joke, and you didn't even know you made it.
No, I knew it as it came out of my mouth, but that's not the kind of joke I want to
Do
be
you
known
need
for.
the Snapchat
Do you-
sunglasses? for
I
that?
would love the Snapchat glasses right now.
Well, you're fucking just click on them.
Those things are so dumb. Like I don't understand the
I
reasoning.
think
for
I think
this.
they're fantastic. I would never buy a pair, but I would definitely get some for like my dog.
for your dog to Snapchat.
Yeah.
But don't you
It's
hook it up
just-
to a phone? So technically, you'd still be Snapchatting. You'd just be having videos in your memory from your dog.
Yep.
Also, I think your dog is smaller than those glasses. I think they wouldn't fit on your dog.
Sounds like a
Cute.
challenge.
Duct
Enough
tape.
duct tape. We can
Reverse
do
it.
it. Solve any problem. I'm
It's
gonna,
just
How
I
duct
do
tape.
know. I
$100.
recently saw T-Rex tape, and I'm all about that now.
what's T-Rex tape?
Apparently, it's way stronger than duct tape.
What?
I mean, come on.
Wait, the
If you-
technology's there?
Yeah, if you
Holy
put a
shit.
duck
We grew
and
this
a
out
T-Rex
of real
in an arena-
T-Rexes. They just rip off T-Rex hide. The T-Rex is like locked down, like crying for the sweet release
I
of death.
thought
and
you
they
were
just
talking
skin
about
it.
the that one T-Rex costume everyone's
Oh
wearing.
no.
And there's a porno
No, no, no.
video
There
of
was
it.
already one with pterodactyls.
Mm.
There's a
There's
Pokemon Go one.
Oh, a
They're
pterodactyl
dressed up-
costume.
they're dressed up as pterodactyls and they're having sex.
Oh,
with a lady.
okay.
Fun.
There's a Pokemon Go
I
one,
guess.
and the Pikachu there is
Why?
fucking terrifying.
Oh.
The lady
Is it
that's
as terrifying
she
as
has
the one from
the
SpongeBob
makeup
one?
she has on. It's just terrifying.
God.
I think so. Yeah. It's
I like
it's
how
right
we
there.
could just immediately connect over
It's like it's
porn.
right there.
Like that's the thing we do. Like I was like,
I've
I'm
seen
The
enough
question,
porn
star. He
the
knows.
question remains, in response to your question, I guess,
What is
which
sex tape?
is what is a sex tape? Is the length of the video a factor?
I think all VHSs are the same size.
But how much are you filling up?
2.5 hours? I think was their cap.
I was thinking more like dimensions, but
Oh.
Would you
probably-
count the McChicken video as a sex tape?
Oh yeah,
Because that was on a Vine.
What?
That was like 12 seconds.
that was on a Vine.
That was a Vine.
I'm sad that it wasn't that long.
Just because,
Do
like,
you
Like
think he
he's-
was like timing it? Like, I gotta get the perfect shot.
The lighting, the soft boxes
Well, you
everywhere.
can do longer videos on Vine now.
oh,
Vine
you?
Plus.
That's weird.
You don't need Vine Plus or anything. You can just film like longer videos. What happens is, it's kind of sad that I know so much about Vine. I mean, I don't participate or anything. I just happen to scroll through it.
You
I'm
don't
like,
fuck
that's
with
dumb.
chickens?
I like it. What happens is like you still get the 6 seconds playing, but it's a segment of the video, and if you click watch more, you can watch the whole thing.
Oh,
I don't
That's
know.
smart.
At some point, it just becomes YouTube.
well,
mean,
just
like
'cause-
everything.
Oh,
Like some of the biggest Viners are YouTube stars now. Like there was this big scandal last week with, I don't remember their names because I don't care enough.
But
Is it Drake?
It was like
Is it Josh?
Lele Pons and Amanda
What?
Cerny. That's what it was.
to people that we don't know.
Yes, it was
Who-
your. It was
who
your
are they?
girlfriend with it. She
They-
changed her name.
They obviously. I know they don't do video games, but like,
They
That's why we
literally
don't know
they're
them.
literally just two hot chicks. One of them was a Playboy bunny,
mm.
and
Okay.
the other one made like vines when she was still in high school. And they
Oh
were
wait,
super
no,
dumb.
I heard about this. Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
one of them like
Bump.
hacked. I'm using quotes here, but he blocked my
Oh,
quotes.
that's
hacked
yeah. I remember. Yeah.
into her account and like
Yes.
did a whole bunch of stuff to it. And Philip DeFranco was actually talking about
Yes,
Yeah,
it.
that's why I
that's
know.
what- yeah,
about
me
it.
too.
I saw the Philip
Philip
DeFranco
DeFranco.
show.
Yeah.
That's why he's the best. So they were like talking about this and like this is considered a crime because she basically blocked this other woman from getting new followers. She deleted a bunch of old videos that got her money and revenue.
geez, yeah.
Or was Amanda Cerny because apparently these screenshots she posted were from July. Was she just using this for attention for her new vlog?
Channel.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
she just started a new channel, and it coincides eerily close
Yeah,
to
it's
the
just,
scandal.
it's so convenient. Yeah,
Yeah.
and like, of everyone, everyone wants that publicity. Like,
Oh fuck yeah. I mean,
it's like crack for like, there's that one makeup artist who like people thought was being abused. I don't remember her name. I remember hearing about it.
Like, everyone was freaking out because she was like posting like, "Oh my god, he's gonna hurt me."
No,
Is that
it
that one?
just it was like a theory. It was like a theory. Like people just thought this makeup artist was
game
abused.
theory.
No, and I remember listening to this about on Reply All, and there's basically like, oh yeah, this makeup artist was like filming this sponsored video by this clothing company, and she seemed like extra nervous. She kept saying like, oh yeah, these clothes are great, like over and over again. And what people thought was like, oh yeah, there was her like boyfriend was off screen, just over, and just like you better be doing this like right, or else like I'm going to like hit you. And she
Shit.
showed up like with bruises like one day,
Yeah.
and everyone's like she's like, I'm not being abused.
Hello, Geekatron.
Her boyfriend,
Oh, it's you?
her
It's
boyfriend,
just because
super
I
nice.
saw that it was eerily like quiet, but there's
fine.
people. No, there's
it's
people
on
watching. I
Suda.
just I want to make sure
Wait,
that
you?
that was live updating.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
so I
it
just wanted to pop a message into chat.
I'm bad.
And then so, fuck, where was I? Yeah, so this
you didn't do it. I'm gonna hit you with my power glove.
Oh, God,
Infinity
yeah.
You
Gauntlet.
don't even
Yeah.
have it. It's in the bag.
No, not me. I'm portraying the person that I'm acting it out.
Okay.
Okay, go. Keep going.
Yeah. So this makeup thing, like this whole thing was a big deal, and she was doing good. Like I think she was like up to like 150,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Yeah.
But after this whole like thing went down, she climbed up to like
A mil?
1.5 mil.
Yeah.
What the?
Like within a week. Like it was
Fuck.
so quick, just because there was this like suspicion going on.
Yeah.
People are like, oh yeah, it's PR or whatever. And did you know that MTV has like a social media department
They do.
that like does research on this stuff? Because they brought two of those people on for the episode, and that was where that was the same episode where I learned about like everything you do is a lotto ticket. Like it doesn't matter how good or bad it is, you just are putting stuff out there, and you want to win the lotto as many
Yeah.
times as you can.
Yeah.
There was that same episode because there was a group that was like, they listened to that episode and they started crying because they're like, if you get 600,000 subscribers, you're like doing good. Anything below that, like no one will talk to you.
Well,
Yeah.
there was also that thing with like the Fine Brothers, where
They tried to copyright.
yeah,
React.
or reactions to or something.
Yeah.
It's just really interesting. I don't tune into like YouTube drama.
Yeah.
I mostly hear about it from like Philip DeFranco because I like his videos, but there was the Fine Brothers where they lost a lot because of that, but then they basically gained that back plus more.
Oh
Did
yeah,
they?
for sure.
Yeah, because there was a lot of people that, who are these guys? And they looked up to them like,
Oh.
oh,
It's kind of a shame. I was about to say, like, yeah, that's the first example I've ever seen of any bad publicity actually being bad publicity,
I
as
mean,
opposed to the saying like
that doesn't mean they're
any
not
publicity.
tainted.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, they're not seen as assholes
Right.
because they are seen as assholes now. Like,
Yeah, it's
that's just gonna stick with them forever.
But like, you know, while it's going to stick with them forever, they still have like some success going on. They still have like, you know, part of their life is that success and that growth. And that's just going to be that's just going to follow them forever.
Mhm.
But it's not going to drop their numbers.
They
Because-
did for a while and then just go right back.
Yeah.
Unless
just
they
all the way
like
back
touch
up.
a kid
Yeah,
live.
like something like really shitty, like
Like-
goes
Live?
Live.
Let's do a
Jeez.
chat with Jared.
Jared from Subway. Flash
So-
the symbol.
No, it's really weird because there's also like the big YouTube stars that are literally their whole thing is they talk about drama.
YouTube drama, yeah.
And then there's like
Oh,
like,
that
Keemstar.
Leafy kid.
Leafy's here
I
and
didn't
Keemstar.
heard about him until
Keemstar.
like
Keemstar.
2 weeks
Keemstar,
ago.
Keemstar.
First time I ever heard his name.
That's
Kimchi?
like all Keemstar does is like his big thing is like YouTube drama.
Yeah.
I've never watched any of his videos.
Apparently,
so I think it's just fair
the
to point
speed with which he responds is if a video goes up in 15 minutes, he's got a video talking about it, which is terrible news-wise because it means that he doesn't fact check. It means that he'll cover something, he'll cover it while it's hot to bring in his numbers, but it's spreading.
Misinformation.
Yeah,
oh yeah.
you know, it's like
Well, with stuff like that, right? Like YouTube drama, like it doesn't matter. Like if no, I'm never gonna have to like vote on like YouTube issues. I'm never gonna be like, oh, global warming is happening because this person spread this misinformation. For me, it's like tabloids. Like it's got its role and it's supposed to be like fun. It's supposed to be like
the thing is like he doesn't just cover like YouTubers. It
Sort of like the
new
the
sort of
spotlight.
news, you know. So sometimes you know
Esports
the
or
thing
any online
things
beef.
things.
Oh, yeah, for
sometimes misinformation that should really not be spread is spread and
yeah, but like
contributes to the
everyone
general badness
knows-
of the internet.
when you're looking for news, like you don't want to be like this person said it, that's the be all. I think it's like everybody knows that probably should not be getting your news
Oh
from a
From one
YouTube
source?
guy whose name is
Yeah.
Keemstar. Like
yeah.
you shouldn't be going to H3H3 and being
Actually-
like this is like fact.
Actually,
for
he's
sure.
banned from YouTube.
Who is?
Keemstar, he's banned from YouTube.
Seriously?
No
But
way.
he's banned from YouTube
As
but
of,
he's-
as of when?
as of a long time ago. But there's a loophole
Oh,
in the whole
okay.
thing that the channel is not his. I think it's a friend of his. So the channel's not his. So
He
can
just
be
makes
Shit,
videos
son.
on the
Yeah,
channel. Okay, well, whatever.
I'm pretty sure he's had another other channels.
If YouTube
and he's
really
been
wanted
banned.
to, they could just like
Yeah, they would just nuke
Yeah.
the fuck
Depending
out of
how
him.
much
Like,
they've nuked, like Nostalgia Critic and their crew,
oh yeah, they were being fucked by copyright.
Cinema Snob, I Hate Everything.
No, he got hit super hard.
What happened with
your
him?
movie
What-
sucks. Well, with Nostalgia Critic, like they review movies, like that's their whole thing.
yeah.
Mhm.
And there's after this big thing with the guy who created Cool Cat, that guy. There was like this big, huge issue about it, and then after that, people started talking about how all these videos were taken down with no warning. So like Nostalgia Critics, their channel right now is actually re-uploading a lot of them that have been removed. But what happened with the Cool Cat guy was that he was illegally holding copyright claims on these critiques
Oh, yeah.
of his movie. And I Hate Everything, he did a really good review on it, and Your Movie Sucks did too. Great reviews. They used clips from the things, but in a fair use way.
Yeah.
Like they weren't
Well-
just like uploading the movie and slapping something over it. It was legitimate review. And the guy who created it was like, "I'm gonna hold your YouTube page hostage until you do comply to my demands." And like if you look at the video that your videos or your movie sucks, like he explains it very well. But this guy was just like, "I don't like what you're doing." He's being a giant asshole about it. He's being a giant child.
He's censoring them.
He impersonated a legal company at one point.
Wow.
But this happens a lot to people who.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, so I don't know. I mean, we weren't friends at the time, but so Pokemon Go was super big, like around Comic-Con time.
then
There's
not.
supposed to be a Pokemon Go bar crawl. Yeah. You can vent your dirty laundry elsewhere.
All right.
Let people enjoy things.
This
Brian.
is
Jesus
where
Christ.
we do that. Okay.
No, it's
Sure.
not.
God.
We do that privately.
You're private.
But there's a Pokemon pub crawl in San Diego,
Okay.
and the girl who ran it, awesome lady, like super friendly, like very good at getting all of her shit together.
Yeah.
Basically, she was worried that she couldn't do it because she got contacted by this legal company that was like, you need permits to run events like this, and it was a free event. Well, they called back and they set up this like dummy voicemail, but then it got sponsored by Razer, who was like, you don't need those permits for it. And Razer wound up like looking into like this legal company so they could forward documentation.
Mhm.
It was this like this apartment in San Diego that was like rented by this other group of people trying to do a Pokemon pub crawl that they wanted to charge money for.
Oh my
Oh
god.
So-
my,
They just
jeez.
decided we're gonna hijack this.
It was just competition.
Yeah, it was just
Being
competition.
assholes.
And it was just them being like huge dicks. And it's amazing that there is no verification process for legal authority. Like no one is like, when you call on the phone, it's like, yeah, I work for like,
Pick a big name.
Yeah.
I work for Elstein.
I work for Aeneas and Brian.
Yeah.
We're a law firm based out of San Diego. And like that means something all of a sudden, as long as like the most someone's going to do is like Google it. And it's like so easy to like go to Squarespace and just be like,
I'm a company.
Aeneas and Brian law.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
What this guy was doing was really funny. This was I found this information out from I Hate Everything. He's just like, I wasn't gonna talk about this, but I'm almost positive it's this guy. So it wasn't entirely proven. It's just the way he presented it in a way that made me convinced that it was probably this guy. So the firm emailed him from a YouTube page to him.
Mhm.
Used a Yahoo account.
YouTube at yahoo.com.
Pretty much.
Perfect.
When he looked this up, they said they were the way the law firm was saying it wasn't a law firm for Cool Cat. It was a law firm representing someone who made like this really shitty like Jaws ripoff sort of thing.
Mhm.
Okay.
So just like, oh, we're involved with them. You need to take down this video, otherwise we'll pursue legal action or something.
So it's like a cease and desist
Something like that.
video
But just
or
the
letter.
way they worded it was weird. There was no legal terms in it. When you Googled the company, nothing existed for it. Plus, one of the addresses he posted was an address in like Brooklyn. The people who made that Jaws ripoff are stationed in Canada.
Okay.
So why would they be represented by a law firm in Chicago? Like,
They're the best.
The
Yeah.
things just did never
That
connect.
no one's ever heard of them
Yeah.
because that's how good they are.
So
They're just
Right.
that discreet.
Internet.
Yeah.
I wanted to say that Tyler, right?
Yeah.
He got the entire B movie in snaps.
Oh my god.
wait, what?
I'm not kidding. He got the entire B
In
movie.
10-second snaps?
Yeah,
Fuck.
It was just like right after one after another?
we were watching it.
How?
I have no idea.
That's horrifying.
I have no idea.
You know, you could,
But
you
he
could
had it.
post
It was
the
in
entire
Snap.
movie script in YouTube quotes. Like,
Oh yeah, I've seen people like people were doing that. I think it was like a Ray
yeah,
from who was formerly of Achievement Hunter
Yeah.
was just like going through all of the B movie lines and just like reposting them and it was like, is this enough for you, B movie? Because Jerry Seinfeld was like, anyone be interested in B movie 2? I know you guys got the hype or something, and it was
you
just
know how that movie came about?
no.
Jerry Seinfeld and one of the directors were at lunch, and he's like, Jerry Seinfeld said, "What if they make a B movie, like the letter B, about a bee? Boom, movie sold."
Here's
Wow.
millions of dollars.
Yeah, here I
Don't
mean,
have my voice in
dude,
it.
Seinfeld is still like total or not Seinfeld. His name's not Seinfeld.
Jerry
Jerry Seinfeld?
Seinfeld. Yeah.
Jerry
Oh, is it?
Seinfeld.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, dude.
that's his
okay.
last name, mate.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm a fuck. Don't get any of your media news from me. Clearly, I have no idea
Jerry,
what I'm
we're
talking
sorry.
about.
We're sorry. He doesn't mean
We
it.
also can't get our food from you, apparently.
Yeah, I know.
It'll
I
take an
fucked
extra
up.
20
Oh
minutes.
god damn it! I don't even know where Wingstop is.
Nice.
It was the first one on Google.
So
I'm like,
it was
that's
a
obviously
40-minute
gonna be the
adventure.
closest one to me.
Dude, we should tell about the other fuck up you did though.
Wow, another
Uh,
one?
Oh, I'm sure there are several.
We were telling stories on the way
Pregnancy.
there, you know, because we were just thought we were happy on the way there. We were just telling stories, and it turned into like this bonding moment for us. Like I think we got closer because of this.
But
Maybe.
but then you got separated because he fucked up.
He fucked up.
So he was telling me a story about how he watched a guy get mugged over here. He's like, oh, it was like a really weird mugging. Like there was the police were. Guy was getting arrested.
I'm sorry, what?
He thought the guy was getting arrested or mugged by the police.
There was just like a
What?
dude. And there's a bunch of police. Like there's like a Chex casting center next to Hermanos.
Okay.
And there's just a dude, and there's a bunch of cops around him. And I remember walking by him, being like, "That dude's getting mugged." And now, like when we were driving back, I was like, "Oh yeah, I watched someone get mugged on that corner
And I was
by
like,
the police."
Did you do anything?
And I was like, "Wait, no, that guy was getting arrested." Obviously, a fucking moron.
Shit.
.png.
It's back to the B movie. It's really weird that that movie became such a meme. But I mean, I know it's a shitty movie.
I mean,
but
so did like. Well, that's the thing. That's the magic of B movies.
Yeah.
so
Is
shitty.
that it's bad, and it's bad in such a weird, like, cosmically
weird
strange
fucking
way.
This woman fucks a bee.
Yeah. I think that's why we should just stop giving, or no, we shouldn't stop. We should give like money to people who
Willing to
think
try
in like dumb,
outside the
stupid
box?
ways, and just let them make stuff.
So
That's
then-
why I love Kevin
or
Smith.
die.
So then, what was Nicolas Cage? Nicolas Cage's
Nicholas
error.
Cage, the
Nicolas
brand new
is-
No, no,
Smashing Pumpkins song.
What was Nicolas's Cage that prevented his genius from flourishing?
I think the thing to do with Nicolas Cage is that like
Because he funded Ghost Rider 2.
he did.
God.
He dropped every dollar on everything that happened
Yeah,
in
but-
Ghost Rider 2.
So Nicolas Cage
Shit.
isn't a shitty actor.
No,
Just
I like
think-
him.
Not.
Oh,
lot.
well,
He-
no.
No, he's not. He's not a bad actor. He will just like play the script, and he will take anything.
Yeah.
Like he'll like if you walked up to him and were like Nicolas Cage, we can afford to pay you as an actor. We've got the script where you just insult the sandwich for 2.5 hours. We will pay you for every cent of the time. He'd be like, he'd be like, yeah, let's do it. Nicolas Cage, the one true God. Let's do it. And he'd jump on in there and start insulting the sandwich.
Such a meme too. Like,
Also.
Oh,
his
yeah.
face on everything. But like, I was just thinking back to like Face Off. That's such a strange movie. It's a movie about a guy who gets their faces. Dude changes faces with this other guy, so it's them playing the other guy playing them.
Mm-hmm.
The
Face
whole
Off.
time. Because it was Nicolas Cage and
John Travolta.
John Travolta.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
they change faces
Oh,
with each other. So it's Nick Cage's character
Is playing.
becomes John Travolta.
Nick Cage's
So John
character is
Travolta's
playing John
Nick Cage
Travolta, playing
John Travolta.
Nick
There we go.
Cage.
It was such a strange movie, and just looking back at it, and it was just like
National Treasure
National
1 and
Treasure
2 were
was
pretty
a
good.
Good movie.
I enjoyed this movie.
There was also one that I saw where I think his daughter or something could see the future, but she
Oh, yeah,
expressed
yeah,
it in
yeah.
like like numerical values and eventually figured out like, oh,
21?
it's a month. Is it?
23.
It's like month, date, and year, and it's like, and he's attaching all these like tragedies to the dates, and it's like, oh my
Yeah.
god, this day, something's gonna happen.
I mean, Ghost
I remember-
Rider
yeah, I remember.
was horrible as it being Ghost Rider, but if it was just like a movie about a guy who
Yeah, if Ghost Rider didn't exist, it'd be pretty cool.
I like Nick Cage's impersonation.
want my life
like,
back.
Just like trying to like look at his own skull. His acting is amusing. Like the reason you see more like Nick Cage's than like what was his name, Stanley Tucci.
Mm-hmm.
Stanley Tucci's a great actor. The thing about Stanley Tucci is that he can become the character so well, you never notice him. That's why he doesn't get as much recognition. It's like Nick Cage. Nick Cage portrays. He's written for roles. Like,
Right.
it's just like, this is Nick Cage, this
Got
is
it.
John Travolta, this is Johnny Depp, because it's just like, this is what they do.
Right.
Stanley Tucci's like, I'm a great actor.
Wait. Has Johnny Depp acted
Bef-
in anything that
Before you
wasn't?
go, you need to talk into your microphone.
I'm talking into my microphone.
Yeah, we need to get it closer to you.
Oh no, he must have just checked the scene, and you must be kind of low.
Yeah, you're a little bit low. I'm sure you're fine now. It's just as long as you talk.
Stop
into the
shouting
microphone,
into
Just
it's
make
okay.
sure that you're about to blow the mic.
Yeah. There
That's
we
how
go.
you know you're talking into the
I
mic.
touched it with my face.
That's fine. I've licked every single one of these microphone
It's
caps.
true.
I'm
You're
sure
not
one of
safe.
them
When
has
I
been
got
rubbed.
them from Amazon, I took each one out, put a little smidge of peanut butter on it. The peanut butter was necessary.
No, you do
Was
realize-
it?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Can't
That's
you-
what I keep telling myself.
I would have just put them in my mouth.
Well, now a piece of you is inside of me. Forever.
It's as the
And
scrolls
Brian.
say.
And Brian.
Oh
Now I
yeah,
just
but
need you and
that one's
Iz.
known.
Get inside me.
No.
On camera?
Aeneas also licked all these.
Careful,
all these
his
microphone
sister will
tops.
come and like fight you.
I already fell asleep on him earlier, so I feel like she's gonna come in and kick my ass any moment.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
that's the game.
Hey, puta, what do you want? It's just
You were very comfortable, okay?
The alert went off. She's just like
She got a text.
sharpening her
It's
brass knuckles.
Sharpening her brass knuckles.
Yeah, I know. What he
there's like a
said.
section at the FBI headquarters
But they're
dedicated for
brass
this.
knuckles with like the knuckle
Oh
dusters.
my god.
Right.
Call her. Yeah, someone fell asleep on Aeneas' lap. It's like an anonymous phone call, and she's standing at the corner, like in a white van, just like inside with the radar spinning on
There you go.
top.
I mean, he was already sleeping, and I was like, man, a nap sounds good, but I'm too comfy to move. I'm just gonna use his lap.
It's go time.
I'd like to think that your sister is Lethal Weapon, but she's both. She's both of them. Both the black guy who's too old for this shit, and then the young renegade who has to make sure he gets home alive to his wife.
You're a loose cannon, but you get the job done. Give me your badge and gun.
Lethal Weapon. That's
That's the movie I can't watch anymore.
Why?
who acts in that
Story-
movie?
I'll tell ya.
Mel Gibson.
Yeah, it's Mel
No.
Gibson.
Is
Passion,
it?
Passion
It's Mel
of the
Gibson.
Christ.
It's Mel Gibson.
The
It's Mel
It's Mel
Gibson.
Gibson.
Oh my
He
god.
has long hair, right?
Yes.
It's Mel Gibson. No, the reason I can't watch this
Crystallization.
movie,
That's
Cool
Beautiful.
Gibson.
I can't watch any of them anymore because
Mel Gibson.
my brother had this thing where if he was watching something and he would watch the same thing over and over and over again. So this would be like his 45th time watching Lethal Weapon.
And you
If
know,
if
line
he
by
likes
line.
a certain scene, he'll rewind it.
Oh, no.
And rewatch.
Oh,
he'll rewind
Lord.
it and rewatch. And I'm just like, I want to finish the fucking movie.
My mom does the same
I think
thing
I
with
think this is a
movies.
good place to actually go turn in for the
Sets
night.
A,
We'll
B,
actually
A,
just
B, and just like watches it over and over again.
It
That's
was
my favorite kind of
infuriating.
person.
So
Yeah,
we
that's
bought
good.
we
That's a
bought the
good
movie
thing to do.
Cars, and my mom has watched that movie. Well,
That's your
she-
first mistake. Is
No,
when you went
she's-
out, you're like,
no.
Why?
No,
we
she
could
likes
get-
those kinds of movies.
we
So
could get
no,
any
no, but
Pixar
white
movie.
cars.
I have
You
no
get any
idea.
Pixar
She does it
movie?
with
Incredible.
Let's go
Is
for
it
the
different
shitty
Is
movies?
it at least the Spanish version?
yeah. She
So
does
maybe
it,
the jokes are better.
She does it.
I don't
With,
know.
she does it with
Oh,
different kinds of movies.
No, no,
It's
no.
like-
Honestly, it's because when you translate a movie, at least from English to Spanish, 'cause that's the only
And
other
it's a
language
good
I know.
translation.
Yeah, sometimes the jokes are funnier.
Yeah.
Sometimes the
That
voice
can sell
acting
the
is
movie.
better. I don't know why.
Happens a lot in Dragon Ball Z for sure.
Yeah. Dragon Ball Z Spanish is fucking great because Dragon Ball Z in
I've
Japanese
actually
is
purposely
awful.
Oh,
watched it in
Goku.
Spanish.
It's the same lady playing Goku. She's like 80 or 90. I don't know. She's
That's
No,
badass.
but I don't like that Goku's voice in Japanese is like that of a 5-year-old.
yeah.
But I like it in Spanish because he sounds like
Wait,
a badass.
like the grown man?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, it's the same lady.
Holy
It's
shit.
the same old lady that's been playing him since the beginning.
Mhm.
I don't know if she's alive. She's probably at the hospital bed. She's like,
I just had a moment.
Record
No,
your
no, no.
lines or we kill you.
No. Sorry to burst your bubble, Aeneas, but Japanese ladies live to be at least 100.
I
All
know.
of them.
and then they turn
Every
into
single
dragons.
one.
Every single one.
They turn into dragons.
Do you want to hear?
They turn into a Dragon Ball and then you collect them into one dragon.
Quick, while I Google this,
Yes.
fill me up, Cap'n.
Do you want to hear about a mythical Japanese monster that exists in their mythology?
The kappa.
The kappa's interesting, but no. So
It like eats your soul through your butthole, right?
This is the dumbest Google.
Something like that.
no,
This is literally the dumbest Google I've ever
What
had.
are you doing?
the
I just Googled Japanese girls who died before 100.
Bitch, you're on the list. You're certainly on the list.
okay. I'll talk about the kappa in a minute. So there's this what Japanese mythology is like 4 shades of fucked up.
Okay.
Yes.
There's this one monster. The only thing he does is he looks like a normal man.
Good.
And This
Like
is
it.
This is from medieval
Keep
period
it going.
in Japan. So we're talking like you're wearing is like wearing like the traditional robes. What he does is he comes up to you. He leans over, spreads his butt cheeks. There's an eye where his anus should be. It's whole thing.
Is there a part 2 to this?
No, that's all he does. He just stares at you with his butt eye.
Like this? Ah!
There's a lot of monsters like that in mythology. Like one of their
That
urban
spread their
legends
butt cheeks.
is really strange. Like a lot of them involve bathrooms for some reason.
Well,
There's
that's when you're most vulnerable. Is
I
when you're at the
suppose.
urinal and the guy next to you starts talking about his wife.
Oh no, just like there's
He
this one
spread
where
his
it's
butt
like
cheeks.
red or blue paper. So you hear a voice as you're sitting in the stall and you hear red or blue paper. If you say red paper, you get your throat slit. If you say blue paper, either you drown or she chokes you.
What happens if you
Depending-
say nothing?
That's actually how you're supposed to beat her.
Oh, easy.
What
So
if
just
you
don't ask for
choose
either.
blue and then she's choking your like harder,
but,
daddy,
the
and you
kappa-
freak, you
the
just
kappa's
like freak the.
interesting.
Your goal is just to freak her out so much
like,
that she decides to not
jeez.
try and choke you anymore.
Yeah,
Damn.
They've been portraying like the kappa as a cute character in like Animal Crossing.
Thank
You
you.
know the whole point of the kappa was that they drowned young children. Like, so the kappa is like this turtle thing that has like a really
Soko.
weird bull head,
No.
and like the bowl has water in it, right?
Yeah, no, I haven't touched that yet. I'm saving that one for last for you.
Oh shit.
Just what's in it?
Yeah. What's? Give me the rundown. This tastes like caramel.
All right,
Did you open
so
the Southern
the
Comfort?
no, not yet.
That's what I thought. I was like, it's
Caramel,
gotta be so
All right,
good.
so what's the mixer?
Root
The
beer?
non-alcoholic. No, not root beer. There's only one other option. That's black in the
That's
fridge.
black. Was Travis here?
No, he's coffee colored, and I didn't put coffee in
He's
there.
delicious.
Do we have
coffee.
something? Is it root? Is it?
Coke.
Oh, we have Coke.
Yeah, apparently.
Who bought Coke?
I didn't know we were drug dealers. Anyway, keep going.
So Coke, and then there's 2 alcohols in there.
Two whole alcohols. 2 whole. You have to
One
object
marijuana,
both.
please. One marijuana, please.
Is that a police? I'm calling the weed.
Vodka rum.
No.
You
Tequila?
said tasted sweet, like caramel.
It does taste like caramel, but it's
Okay,
not the Soko.
one of them I've already used in one of your drinks, and the other one,
Do you put cider in this?
Yes.
It's dumb.
That's dumb.
I literally don't taste the cider at all. You could have not put the cider in it. It would have probably tasted exactly the same.
I just wanted to use it.
You should like, let me just use.
I've already opened this. I need to find something to do with it.
You drink it and you pee it and you put it in this drink.
Hot.
That's the Kappa's.
Your
strange
your
drink.
only and final hint for what the booze is we've talked about a movie involving it.
Is it
Tonight?
Snatch? We should watch Snatch tonight.
Mm-mm.
We should get drunk and watch
Snatch?
Snatch.
No.
I like Dags.
I like getting drunk and watching children's movies, but that's just me. We should
Oh
watch
God, I thought you were gonna end the sentence at children.
I like watching children.
Let's watch them all
We're on the
together.
list.
that-
You're on the list now. Fuck.
No.
I'm
The
gonna
horror
cut
I like to
that.
get drunk and watch children.
I would like to-
Oh, you said
There
it
you
now.
go. There.
Fuck you.
All yours.
I look like a child. This doesn't.
I
work.
also. No, keep going.
About the Kappa or
Yeah.
No. Oh, I thought about you
Twitch
looking
emote.
like a
I mean,
child.
what?
You look the
Like
same as I
to.
remember you looking in high school, for what it's worth.
I know. But even in high school,
Watch
I was
children.
mistaken for middle schooler more than once. The only difference now is I got boobs.
Mm.
I got boobs after I graduated high school. Do you know how infuriating that is?
Somebody came up to me like, here, you can have
No,
these.
I was walking.
Open
into
up a shoebox and just in there.
I was
just-
walking into my art.
I
class.
borrowed these at the beginning, first day of middle school, and I forgot to give them back. Here you go.
I probably would film more. No, so the Kappa drowns children, right?
Mhm.
And it has like a bowl head that has water. in it. The way you're supposed to defeat it is supposed to make him bow, so that the water out of his head falls out.
Hmm.
He dies.
Another thing about he does. Just a weird thing because they're supposed to be in the water.
Yeah.
The strangest thing about them though is there's a few versions of this. Some say you just have to give him a cucumber. Hello, Leo, the greatest 20.
Welcome.
What up?
So one version says you just need to give him cucumber. The other one says you need to give him a cucumber injected with human blood.
What
That's
the
supposed
fuck?
to be like their favorite thing.
How do they inject things in feudal Japan?
They bite it like just a little bit, and then you just break off.
You
your
reverse
teeth.
vampire it.
Yeah,
you
you
hold
reverse
the
it.
blood in your mouth. You sharpen your fangs and you chomp down, and then
That sounds disgusting. That sounds like you're just trying to like forcibly inject like I could do that to you right now and
It's
both
true.
you and me would be disappointed. Like that's horrifying.
I mean,
I'd like to think instead of just disappointed, it'd be foreplay,
there's
and it would
actually a
lead into
manga
something
about a
else.
reverse vampire.
A reverse
Chibi
vampire?
Oh yeah.
Her whole
Yeah.
thing is that
Yeah. She has too
instead
much
of
blood.
having like an urge
Talk
to,
into your microphone.
like, instead of having the urge to like suck blood, she has the urge to like inject people with blood.
Other people's blood?
Yeah, just
Is
like
she
the blood
like-
she has.
The
Oh.
fairy of
She has AIDS. Yeah, she has AIDS. Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Oh,
she has AIDS.
God.
I'm kidding. She doesn't.
Oh shit! I was like, what? That'd be like such a sick story because that actually happened.
What?
I remember- yeah. So
The,
that was the thing for a
AIDS
little while.
fairy?
No, not the AIDS fairy, but like there's people who like walk around and stick you with needles.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Oh,
what-
yeah,
what-
no, I
what-
used
At
to be
raves.
terrified.
At
No, I
raves,
used to be
yeah.
terrified of going to movie theaters because I heard of a story where people used to put a needle with like AIDS blood. And
There's
then
actually
on
one
the, on,
going
on the
around right
armrest.
now.
So when you like lay your arm
Yeah,
down,
yeah, you barely feel it, like, huh, that was weird. But
it's like
AIDS.
you go to go see Marley and Me with like your grandma. You like rest your arm on the
Oh.
armrest,
strangest thing,
and it's
there's
just bam,
another
AIDS
Grandma
blood.
touched it. She's like, I already had AIDS. Yeah, fuck it.
I had AIDS
I used
the
to
whole
party
time.
hard.
No, the strangest thing is there's actually
That's why you
another
gotta
one of those
wear
going
adult
around.
diapers.
Really?
Yeah, we're like, oh, be careful.
So we got 4 people, 1 girl. I think you should do a foursome. Not fine. Some scrubs. Bye. Y'all suck.
No, the problem is they would
Goodbye,
fall in
Leo.
love and I would fall asleep.
Good to
I
have
think
you.
you should do for some scrubs. I buy yell some.
No, so the ones going around is that people are putting like their injecting needles for injecting the whole marijuanas.
Hmm.
They're putting it in toilet paper dispensers.
Oh my God.
And I'm just like, why is this a thing? I don't think there's ever really been a case of people like purposely doing that. Like, what was that name? What's that disease you get from not washing your hands?
That's a lot of like MRSA.
No,
There are a lot of diseases
there
that
was
you
a-
don't
there
get
was
from
a-
washing
there's
your
a
hands.
specific lady, like her name was something Mary, but I don't remember the specific disease for it.
I think I've heard of what you're talking about. I don't know any details.
Well, the urban I know too many urban legends. The urban legend goes.
Do you know any rural legends?
Well, the thing is that this urban legend was true. It actually happened.
I'm just being difficult.
Rural
Please
legend?
continue.
I'm sure there's probably a bunch about cow tipping. We could go
Fun.
look it up.
I don't want to tip any more cows.
Cow.
No more of
Do
that.
you
that
do
your
that
pastime in high
every day?
school?
You go to sleep?
No, that was like a Boy Scout
Aw.
thing.
Oh.
Like we go
What?
camping, you go out tip cows, and then you like come back to the camp. Everyone's
How
disappointed.
old are you?
What do you mean how old I
You've
am?
done too many
He's
things.
like this. 20-something-year-old Getch as a Boy Scout
All right, kids,
with
let's
a
go
very
camping.
tight,
He
like
has
very
tight-
aged in 20
Like,
Boy
years.
Scout,
am
yeah.
I showing like a little bit
Yes,
of belly?
yes.
Got a little bit of midriff going. Got the stamp on over here. I'm like, all right, boys, let's go
No, it was,
camping.
Typhoid Mary. That's what it was. Typhoid Mary.
Hmm.
So it started as an urban
Good
legend
old typhoid.
that I think a lot of these have broken off of because you can always trace these back to like one thing. Like with the Kappa, it was don't go near rivers, young children. You don't know how to swim. You're gonna fucking drown.
Yeah.
So let's create a monster that
We'll scare kids away
yeah,
from the
and the
rivers.
cucumber thing
Boogeyman.
probably just came around because cucumbers are really fucking common in Japan.
I don't know why the blood in the cucumber thing.
That's like a common thing in Japan too.
To put blood in cucumbers?
Yeah, the blood anywhere in their stories.
Oh my god.
But
You
so
just bleed in
typhoid Mary-
everything.
Fun.
It's especially useful if you're a girl because that's just something you
Yeah.
do every month anyway. So it's just like you gather some
That,
of it
that
up.
made
and
me
just-
wonder if vampires would be interested in that blood.
I've heard.
Too fleshy.
No. I heard that it would be better for them because it's more nutritious.
That's very true. You do have like the extra.
Are they
padding.
really interested in the nutritional value?
Well,
I always
they're-
imagined it was like-
the reason a vampire feasts on blood is because they no longer like.
Sorry, I didn't know we had a
Depending on the version
vampirologist
of
in the
the
room.
vampires.
Brian
What?
here studied
Depending on the
vampires,
version
the
of
real
Right,
life
depending on the
I was
vampires.
version
gonna
of
say
vampires.
Edward Snowden, but that's not the right
The
Edward.
original ones actually were like.
Edward Snowden.
Yeah. That's
I'm
not the right
sorry.
one. What's the guy from Twilight? Edward
I'm
something.
It is not Edward Snowden. Oh my god.
Oh guys, I have to turn in the NSA.
is it
But
wrong-
First, I need to go fuck
Is
this
it wrong
chick.
that I wanted to say Edward Norton, even though I know that's an actor?
What's his name? Edward what?
Edward
It's just Edward.
Elric? No. Hold on.
Hold
Hold on.
In the background, you just hear, "I don't want to drink milk."
Edward.
Yeah, I think his name's just Edward. Let's just call him Edward Twilight.
No.
Sparkly
Cullen.
vampire.
Edward,
Cullen,
Edward
yeah.
Cullen is
Cullen.
correct.
Why are we
did
talking
not
about
realize
that.
sparkly shit?
I don't know. Anyway, I actually happen to know a lot about like
Twilight,
mythological
go ahead.
creatures. No.
Oh,
Because they're
okay.
fascinating.
Yeah,
Vampire
like
kid.
about the fact that there's different versions of
About the fact.
succubi,
hmm
where
the
they're
fact.
either succubi and incubi are the same thing. They just swap depending on their needs.
Mhm.
Or Amanda told me this one, which is that apparently all incubi want to breed the Antichrist, and they do it by having sex with someone specific. Or
Again, that's also depending on. I mean, it's completely correct, but it depends on the version.
Right,
Of
no,
reading.
yeah.
I think that one was mentioned in one of the Bible passages,
Mm.
but it also could have been back in a Latin passage from Dante's Inferno. But I'm probably incorrect. Do not quote me.
We'll cut you on that.
I read a lot
We'll
about.
quote
I know a lot of stuff about zombies too.
Did
I once read the Zombie
that's
Survival Guide.
fine.
That was a good read.
See, I was gonna say
I love that
this
you
for
keep saying
Halloween.
facts. I'm like, what the fuck?
Facts.
Everything's
you know,
fictitious.
100%, 110% fact.
Brian
I would
has gone
I would
out, found a
sell.
zombie.
Snowden here.
I
fucking-
would lay
Leaking
down my
all the information.
reputation on saving your lives from mythological creatures.
Did you know the original zombies weren't zombies in the sense that we know them now?
Is it the ones from like Heishi? The
Somewhat, the zombies that we think of now, like they're undead.
yeah.
The original zombies weren't dead. They were still living. They just had their soul taken. So they were just these
Oh.
unwilling slaves to the people who did the spell on them.
Oh,
Aeneas.
yeah.
I didn't.
Google
I
that.
didn't.
Oh, you did that on Aeneas?
I didn't
I
know
didn't
the
do it.
ones
He just
about
came
the
like
soul
that.
taken. I knew the ones that were even more grounded in science, which was like in like Haiti, in places with voodoo doctors, they would like powder you, and it would basically turn you stupid. Like it would mentally retard you.
Coke you. They just
Yeah.
throw some coke in your face.
It started because I was like,
It
Typhoid
just
Mary.
some sort of drug that would just make you stupid. You become a drone, and then this person would just like order you around. You're just like, go do shit.
I
I'm like,
think that
"Okay."
original like undead zombie came about back on Dawn of the Dead. I think that's sort of like
Was it?
I think it might have been that. I don't remember when the exacts were, but somewhere around there was just this weird shift. Like there's always this weird shift in mythology where like a long time ago, back when they first started telling these legends of specific things, and there's a way to combat them. Because they're trying to teach their young children. Don't go to the fucking river, you're gonna drown, sort of thing. But then you get something like Typhoid Mary. She was an actual person, and that spread to like you're gonna get AIDS from these needles.
Mm.
But Typhoid Mary was just a lady who didn't wash her hands and like killed like 3 families she was working.
Was she
for.
like the only one who didn't wash her hands, or was like she
Well,
had a special
she was
special
a living
place?
cook.
Okay.
my
Oh
God,
shit!
that's
She was
right.
like just digging down there and then like.
So she's just cooking for these people, and she has this
Scratch,
disease
scratch,
because
scratch.
she just scratch, doesn't wash, sort of thing. Typhoid Mary.
Yeah, shower, bitch. Anyway, please.
He
You
has
continue.
his- he
shouted
has a
out
nice
again.
robe, he's fine.
I showered.
Wait, who am I mad at then? Who doesn't shower for like a week?
I showered today. He showered today.
He says that.
And I showered yesterday.
Okay.
I've
Who do you
gone
know
a
that doesn't
week.
shower? Is
I've-
it Amanda?
No.
I've
Does
gone a
Amanda
week.
not shower?
And she showers every other
You
day.
heard it here, folks. Amanda doesn't shower.
I've
No,
a week.
because I understand, especially women, because they tend to have longer hair than we do. they sometimes won't. If nothing else, they won't wash their hair because product is expensive.
I don't wear
Because
product.
Takes a little while, yeah.
Depending on the kind of hair you have thicker hair. You don't want to wash away the oils. It just fucks up your
Well,
hair.
even
Yeah.
with, like, your hair,
So,
you
like,
shouldn't really
et
wash
cetera,
it
I
et
spent
cetera.
my whole life like, you know what, like being a girl, like it's got reasons that suck, but like whatever. If I had to be a girl, like I'm fine with that. The thing that made me say like I'd never want to be a girl.
Ovarian cysts.
No, well, okay, we're not even that. It's just like when you wash your hair, it can take like an hour, depending on how long your hair is and like what
Oh,
level of
good.
care you're trying to go. I was
Just
just,
have a
like,
pixie cut.
that's it for me. I'm never
just
gonna
be
be able to.
cute.
do
It so
Like,
long.
this hair is actually too long for me. I like it a lot
It
shorter.
was like
than this.
30
I don't
minute
remember if you used
showers
to have it
to like.
shorter.
I used to have like
get
a
my
bob,
massive-
but I used to
Because you
Mane
used
of
to
hair.
have
grow it out
used to
because
have
I get
long
lazy.
fucking hair. Like like I don't know if you've ever gone through Anais's old photos on
I have
Facebook.
Apparently, he
Couple
had
of those photos.
dreads.
Anais had dreads at one point. Anais
Like,
was in
literal
Anais was in a
dreads?
reggae
No, not
band.
dreads.
Cornrows.
Cornrows, yeah.
That's hilarious. It's amazing.
And Ace has been in every genre of music.
He played
He's just
ska.
sort of in the
he-
background there. He's there. He was there.
Mhm.
He
I
was there.
straightened my hair.
Are you the drummer for every band?
Yeah. They called me Slash in middle school because I
Mm.
had really long curly hair.
One-
it was
I
down
know a
here.
guy. Okay, if we're gonna be like honest about school nicknames, they're kind of bullshit. Like I knew a guy named
Oh, no.
Fuck. Like his nickname was Fuckable.
Oh, jeez.
like probably like a cool dude. I would not say that human is attractive.
Okay.
Maybe in high school.
Arturo once met a guy. He's like, "Oh, what's your
I
name?"
don't think I
Oh,
had a
people call me
nickname in high
Kaiba. Like,
school.
no, people
No
don't call
one
you
don't call you
Kaiba.
Kaiba.
You piece of shit. What is this?
Nobody says that.
Nobody calls
No,
you
it's
Kaiba.
okay. I understand his pain. You know, I've never been nicknamed. Like,
I don't think I've ever.
I've gone my entire life. I don't have a middle name, so I can't use a second name, and no one's ever nicknamed me. So it sucks.
What about
so
gay?
I've
Red
tried.
cereal.
I've tried. Like, I remember in elementary school, I really liked Raphael of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I told people, like, yeah, that's my fucking name. No one cared because I didn't have any friends, so no one ever took to it.
Shit.
Okay.
But I
One of those things you
understand
get on the school
someone
bus.
asking you, "Hey, what's your name?" You're like, "Oh, people call me Kaiba." I get it.
Like I was in
I
fucking high
understand.
school.
No,
He was
I
a little
understand.
kid.
you might understand it, but you're still wrong.
I'm
That's
not
just
saying-
You were like, oh
I'm
yeah,
not
call
saying
me
it's not wrong.
Raphael. Oh yeah, go ahead. Call
Not
me
s-
after Ninja
not
Turtle.
saying
go
it's
ahead.
not wrong. I'm just saying I get it.
I think it is.
The fact that you get it is distressing.
You're get it.
I used to. I think I went through that weird kid phase where I'm just like, I want to be different. I want to be that special snowflake.
Look, when I was in okay, we're being full here. Like,
Wait. Sorry. I need to say this before I forget. Speaking of special snowflakes, the first thing we did, Amanda and I, 2 days ago, was we went to visit her cousin who just had a baby. The baby
Did you
was
steal
born
it?
with frosted tips.
Did she?
What?
What?
Guy Fieri's second coming.
Ramen hair noodle?
Just like he's got like really like almost blonde hair, but then the tip of the hair is like blonde.
Did it come out with the fucking
Did it look like
the
ramen
shirt with
noodles,
flames on it?
though? He came out just like.
The pose
Flavor
that
town.
he held for
Bring
the
you the
entire
dive.
time that we were there was like the
she
thinker.
secretly impregnated by
He
Guy
did
Fieri?
this with a really pensive look and stayed like that until we left, essentially.
that kid's gonna grow up and start at Smash Mouth 2.
I was gonna say,
sequel.
did he come with like a bottle of donkey sauce?
There you
Hey, now, you're an all-star. Get your cape on.
No, it's gonna be like, hey, now
Kids
you're
Bob.
an all-starter.
Oh, okay.
Now,
Get your
you're
game,
an all-star.
get your game honor. Go
Yeah.
player. Go
Shit.
playist.
All right, keep going. Snowflakes.
So
I thought you were gonna
So,
comment
I mean,
something
since
about his
it's-
name.
So this is what this conversation is turning into.
Okay.
Shitty things that you did when you were younger.
Oh, I have
Plenty.
so many.
I've
of these.
I've got a few.
Should we
Oh,
go
you
in a circle?
were you a piece of shit?
Oh,
Right.
absolutely, I was a piece of shit.
That's what we
I
open
once
it.
okay, so I once got like
Wait,
mad at.
wait, which way are we going?
Oh,
Which way are we going?
we'll
Oh,
start with me and
Lord.
we'll go around this way. Okay, and remember word of the day,
right.
the taboo word of the day. If it comes up naturally, it's fine.
Oh, I finished my drink already.
Dumb shoe. Oh, do you need a refill?
I just want to grab me another bottle.
All right,
I would like
which
the
one?
Screwdriver.
You got it. I think it's the last one.
Hey.
Wow,
Yeah.
you guys are dusting those.
He's only
Slow
on the
down,
second
Anais.
one.
Slow down. Slow
I'm
down.
on my third one.
Well, it's also like Anais doesn't want to drink. Like Anais doesn't get drunk. That's like his thing.
Because
Which
it's
is
we
fair.
need to drive someone somewhere, and everyone's drunk. It's like shit.
Anais
Why
is
would I
basically
have
signing
to-
on his DD,
Mm-hmm.
which I respect and appreciate.
As always.
High five.
But like, so
See, now that I've touched him, his sister knows.
woo 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 woo.
See, first she was sharpening the brass knuckles. Now she's upgraded to a Colt
She's gonna
45.
no. She's
Look, Brian, I've got one question for you.
Yep.
Do you actually know what brass knuckles are?
Yeah.
When do you sharpen brass knuckles?
They're knuckle
Because-
hunters.
That's fucking
You're talking about
stupid. You
knuckle
punch
it's
hunters.
people with those.
No.
she's gonna get kidnapped and like thrown into the middle of the forest. It's like let the
Aw.
games begin. She's gonna get, just gonna be hunted.
Aw. You know, I just realized something. I technically
Dead by
took my
Daylight?
shirt off in your presence.
That's gonna happen. Real life.
Have you-
I'm
That-
wearing 2 shirts.
Have you played Dead by Daylight?
I have.
Okay.
that's what's gonna happen to you.
It's gonna
Well, I
be
watched
that.
But just by
Travis play it all the
yourself.
That would be your game, man. Oh yeah.
That's-
Oh,
that's-
does he do that?
time. Oh yeah, he does streams of it like almost always.
Who does?
Travis.
Travis.
Oh, cool.
Afro Battler.
No.
No.
Formerly
The,
known
artist,
as
the
Afro
artist
Battler.
formerly known as Afro Battler.
Like, I'll be like,
Civ
you guys
art.
Formerly
seen
known
our
as
stream today?
4chan.
No, we're doing Dead by Daylight. You son of a bitch.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, well, that's what his sister's gonna do to you.
So I'm gonna get put on a tree,
Mhm.
and my organs are gonna get.
The worst
sucked
part
out.
is it's gonna be just you, unless other women have touched you.
I'm sure there's a forest full of them.
Let's see. I've
Like
touched
people
him
who have made
twice.
sexual advances on Aeneas, they're all inside one location. That's why
Hey,
they've never
Ness,
gotten laid.
I'd like you inside of me. Just like
They
Batman.
get whisked
said that
away.
earlier, I'm
Like a
dead.
second you look away, your sister comes out and is like and holds up the rag to their mouth,
Here, can
like
someone- can you get this?
Dexter
Did you
style.
ever notice like gargoyle statues at your high school?
Shit, my
Just
hands are
like-
so weak.
And then like a bat-shaped silhouette. Huh? That's weird. I wonder what that is.
Oh, I've never noticed that gargoyle before. Oh shit! I'm sorry.
No, so were you a shithead when you were younger?
Yes, absolutely. So, when I was in elementary school, I thought that I had like superpowers.
Because of course. Yep.
I want to
Uh,
lose it, man.
okay.
What's the most egotistical thing you could be
Yeah,
as an
no,
elementary
exactly.
schooler?
Yeah. So I was just like, you know what? Like everyone here is beneath me. Whatever,
Right.
whatever. One day I got like so mad, I just sat there and was like, my arm hurts. I've got so much power coursing through my arm.
Wow, dude.
And people were like, "You're faking it," and I'm like, "Oh no, I'm not. It's coming out. You better run. It's gonna hurt everyone around me."
He's
This like
unzipping his
genuinely happened. And this was like one event in a series of what I would call the like
The
shitty superpowers phase of my life.
Is
Where,
this
like,
how you were scouted for your first TV commercial?
no, not at all. I
This kid is
wish,
brilliant.
My question is, at this point, were you watching too much Dragon Ball Z?
it was Naruto. It was like
Of
early
course,
shit.
it was fucking
Okay.
Oh.
Naruto.
No, I guess yeah. That
Yeah,
makes
where I
sense.
was just like,
No, it's just you're 2 years younger than me, which is just enough where that makes sense.
yeah. I mean, it was like sixth grade. Like I think it wasn't even sixth grade.
I feel
Oh,
like
jeez.
Naruto was a middle school thing.
No. When I was in middle school, I
He's
changed
2 years younger
completely.
than us. That's why.
How old are you?
22.
We're the same age.
What?
Yeah.
How old do you think I was?
My age.
Get
22.
fucked, Brian.
I'm so old.
The youngest
so
one here
old.
is still Aeneas, though.
Hello,
Fact.
Quaker.
Is that the legendary Quaker?
Hello.
It is Quaker. HG.
Oh my
I'm so sorry. I'm
What does
such a
HG
youngin'.
mean?
Hi guys.
Oh, hey.
Maybe.
Oh boy.
Hug.
Sorry, I'm
I'm
such
going
a
to assume it
youngin'.
means hug. But, so this is like one of a few things. Like one of the
Hi,
reasons
Locke.
why I like talking
Nice to
shit
see
so
you,
much.
buddy.
My group of friends when I was young, like that's all we did was just like talk shit to each other. And I was usually on the losing end. Like,
Mm.
I was like geeky and like I'm still overweight, but I was like it was just like more apparent when I was younger because I was smaller and so
Not
there's
not
more
not
like
well read, so
Wait,
you
wait,
couldn't.
This is elementary school. Would Travis be? Was he around?
no
for
no
this?
no no no. Well, So this is the big thing is that when I was at Valley Lindo,
Hello.
I hung out with What are
oh.
you doing? Oh, Sojourner Burns.
That's my buddy Locke.
Oh, cool. Hey, Locke.
Do
Oh,
you-
His legit name.
Yeah,
Do you
so,
also
no,
have
this is the guy
friends
that we
named
saw
Shock
in
and
the
Barrel?
Slenderverse video
Yeah,
earlier.
the
Hey,
big
how's it
redhead
going,
guy.
dude?
Do you also
Sojourner
have friends
Burns, I
named
watched
Shock
a
and
video with you
Barrel?
earlier. I hope
Is
that
that
He
does
asked
not,
me that earlier.
hope that
Damn
doesn't
it.
weird you out.
I hate
Late.
you.
Keep going.
Get
Keep
some
going.
get some original content.
Keep going, Getch.
Sorry, I didn't
Keep
mean to
going.
keep interrupting your awesome story.
No, it's not awesome, trust me. So like I hung out with Travis and Jake when I was at Valley Lindo.
Mm.
And then when I left Valley Lindo, I was super sad. I was like, I'm gonna lose all my
I'm
friends.
gonna have superpowers.
I immediately met this group of kids named Andrew, Kevin, Raul, and I had a bowl cut. I like didn't run super well. I was just like very dweeby.
He says it turns him on.
Hot. Ugh. I love turning
going.
people on over the internet. Sorry. And then I
What was that?
basically I was just stroking my beard like thoughtfully. I'm trying to collect where I am.
Okay.
And we were in this playground, and I remember being like, you guys want to role play like Harry Potter? And they're like, that's fucking gay shit. And then I was like, they cussed, first of all. They said, like, I've never heard that language before. And for me, that was just like a life-changing moment.
Something tinkle.
I learned that I could like talk shit like that and like be as like inflammatory as possible. From that point on, my life went a totally different direction. Like if I had hung out with Travis and Jake, I'd be such a different person. But then I learned how to like basically just make people feel shitty about themselves because my friends were so good at it.
Excellent.
You're just
And-
like, I know how to do this now. It
Yeah.
is my superpower.
And that really came to fruition in middle school. But in 6th grade, I was still partially like the kid who like, yeah, I'm secretly like Link. And I can't tell anyone. I want them all to keep
Wow.
keep this secret.
The magical bowl cut.
I thought I
So-
could play if I focus hard enough.
Stop being Aeneas. Were you a shithead when you were younger?
I was not a shithead.
Do you have any funny stories for us?
I'm trying to remember. No, I
Well,
think
here's
it
the
was,
thing: is he went to school in TJ.
no, Ensenada.
Ensenada. Sorry,
So-
Ensenada.
So TJ's older brother.
Yes, a cooler brother.
They went to college, got their shit together. Whatever.
I'm,
You want us to come back to you?
I'm trying to think. I don't think. I think it was.
I've
I'm
got
sure you
two
have some-
loaded up, if only because I have to go in like 3 minutes.
Yeah. Okay, sure. Do yours.
Okay, so I was also not a shithead in elementary school because I
We'll say
was a
apparently
piece
it's
of
just me
shit.
and Getch Club then.
No, it's just I was a piece of shit, and I didn't gain my emotional manipulation powers until late middle school or early high school. That's where I got that. Because when you're stepped on for long enough, something awakens inside of you. For me, it was emotional manipulation. Anyway, so
That's
the only
the
thing I
first-
have
first, thing
for
for
elementary school
sociopath to do.
is that's perfect. The only thing I have for elementary school, so these were the seeds of the manipulation thing. Was I remember in 2nd grade, my math teacher. I think for a second grade teacher, I think she was kind of mean. I think even now, I still think she was kind of.
Yeah,
a
she had
piece
all
of
these
shit.
whips on the wall. She would just
She would
make
just lock
kids
us in the
regularly just sit there.
chokey.
She just it's for second graders, and you're trying to teach math. I think you can be a little more patient than she was.
Okay.
The point is, she
Did you just get
wasn't.
whipped when you didn't do
No.
your,
She wasn't, and I didn't like it. So I went and I told my parents, and they almost got her fired.
Oh shit.
They went to the school and like, yeah, so your teacher's really mean, and my son doesn't appreciate that. And the teacher like totally chilled out. Like she started taking weed every day, probably. Went to
Just
school drunk.
like, went home
This is
right
just
after that.
me
Was like, fuck it.
That's
pounding
Also-
edibles.
choking. Did
The
someone
only
say choking?
only other
I
thing,
said chokey, my man, as in Matilda.
only other thing I have for elementary school that is worth noting is that even to this day, I still have problems about where I go to the bathroom. And I remember I would make the trek
You have
all the way to the
problems
main
with where you
office.
go to the
No,
bathroom?
I would go all the way to the main office because it was the only bathroom in the whole school that was by itself. It was just a single solitary room, and it locked.
Or you like privacy?
Did lock from the outside.
So you
Inside.
walked like all the way across campus,
Yeah.
got to the special bathroom,
Special.
like sat in it, locked the door, sat in there, and just like, yeah, I fucking did this. I'm such a badass. Look at me taking advantage of the
Oh, there's no
school.
toilet paper.
Quaker shed his pants in elementary school.
Yeah, no.
So we're just gonna go. Are we gonna go from like elementary to middle to high?
Yeah,
Well,
sure.
that's
I
when
mean,
my
like,
stories
if
get,
you've got stuff,
like-
go
I
for it, dude.
definitely have a lot from elementary.
Jesus.
I actually went to 2 elementary schools
Cool.
because I went to Hazel Goes Cook here, and then I went to Paradise Hills because I used to live in National City.
Oh boy,
So I
what
don't
a fun place.
Paradise Hills. It was so shitty. The copier broke down every day. We never had homework.
Sick. All
Lord.
right,
I
I gotta bounce for now. Give me the cliff notes when I come back.
Okay.
Sure.
Well,
We'll think
basically,
about
I
it,
was
I
a
guess.
shithead
Sticks.
up until high school.
Up until now, this moment.
No Man's
right,
Sky
this moment.
sucks.
I
Like, what more do you want?
so back in I started Hazel Goes Cook in like 5th grade. So I was like, I don't know anybody here. I miss my friends. I'm very sad and depressed. I'm gonna pretend to be a witch.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
That's
So I
normal.
was like, I'm gonna pretend to have psychic powers and just I gotta do something
Yeah.
that'll make me weird, but I'm like special enough where maybe I'll get friends. It was funny because
If I just play the mystique card hard enough,
Yeah.
eventually someone will be like,
the thing is, it
I wanna
worked.
be your
I
friend.
got a friend, and she immediately moved to Turkey 3 days later.
Ouch.
that's impressive.
I know. I was
You
like,
scared someone away from the United States.
We gotta move.
I don't remember if I I actually
Who's
was
gonna
just
fill
like,
my drink now? I'm sorry, keep going.
should I do it? I mean, I do have the vagina. Now that Brian's not here.
No, I got it. Fuck. Slam bam.
Ding.
Don't
Hey, nice. No, fuck. That's you. Yo, Brian, you just got fucked.
The nays.
Yeah,
No, see-
I'm so used to insulting you that it was someone else. I don't know what
he
to do.
sent some fire my way on Snapchat the other night. You said some sort of pickup line, and I was like, that'd work on me, and you're like, what wouldn't work on you?
Oh yeah.
Easy.
I was like, ow, that really hurt.
Heart snaps in half and twain.
No, so I was pretty much just like the weird kid because I would spend my recess not outside. I would be in the library.
Gotcha. You're one
I
of the,
read the entire
the library
library.
magic kids. Yep.
Yep. So I basically was just like picked up a piece of garbage. It's like I see what's going on.
Well, okay. If we're being totally fair and honest about something, and this always kind of pissed me off about middle school, I swear half the kids were fucking illiterate because we had it was like a homeroom or whatever. You'd sit down, you could get like your homework done.
Yeah.
You just had to be quiet and
ELD?
like, read or something.
No.
Attempted turkey coup.
Oh.
She knew my plan. She knew what she had to do.
It's dark.
Go
But
ahead, yeah.
I was just in this room and like I would pull a book out and people would be like, "What?" And I'd be like,
You read?
I'm gonna read this book now.
It's like
This is
everyone's
what I
reaction
do
to
every
Belle
day. I don't
from
know why you
Beauty and
guys are
the
still
Beast.
freaking out. But like the fact that like I don't understand why books are such a weird thing. Like I would still like talk to people like if someone was like, "Hey, yo, Getch, what's going on?" I'd be like, I'd pull up on the book, I'd look down, look over, and be like, "Huh, no, you're the gay here," and then I close the book and then I'd reopen it and whatever.
Yeah.
That was fine, but like whenever you pull a book out, everyone's just like,
Weirdo.
"Where'd you get that book?" It's like the library. Oh, you go to the library, huh? It's like yeah.
Fucking nerd.
It's like nerd alert.
You actually reminded me of this burn I remember from middle school where so like you know everybody who goes here they're like fluent in phonetic Spanish.
Yeah.
Not like the written contextual. So one of the subs we had. Are you?
I write for. That's my job.
I'm
That's
saying
my other job.
I'm
Yeah.
saying like.
Oh, if you
people-
guys, if you don't mind, if you guys don't know, Aeneas actually writes for Esports Spain, which is
That's actually really cool.
a Spaniard esports journal. If you couldn't tell from the name, not very creatively named, but that's actually how he got involved with us
Easy
over
answer.
here.
In America, we have a problem of intelligence is for the queers, and queers are evil. Locke, that's both of us. We're both queer.
That's true. Keep going. Who was talking?
I was saying a burn, but no. I'm saying like there was a lot of people I knew in middle school who didn't write like the contextual. They didn't write, so we had a substitute, and there's these people writing in Spanish back and forth, notes. And she picked it up and was just like, "Don't talk in my class. By the way, you didn't write this correctly."
Oh
She
shit.
actually wrote what they wrote on the board and adjusted it so it was correct when you read it.
Accents just fuck you over.
That was amazing.
The way it should be. Education works best when it's done through shame. Like if you want, okay, maybe not all the time, but like some of
had
the
an
best
English teacher
lessons
that
I've
made
ever
me cry.
learned, I've learned through being publicly ridiculed. Like,
Somebody read your fan fiction. It's like,
oh,
fuck you.
sad. No, there's this really attractive girl that I was like really into in high school. This is the story of high school. Is there was an attractive girl and I fucked it up
Always,
somehow.
always.
And on Facebook, I used the wrong 2, and she called me out on it publicly. I never fucked up the use of 2 ever again for the rest of my natural-born life. I have not used incorrect 2 forever,
You
and
just,
I
like,
would.
triple check before you send.
Yeah, I'm just like, yeah, it's the same with like yo, there. Like it's such like a like. Oh, if you mess this up, you must be a fucking moron.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I'm already insecure about my intelligence. Like,
You seem very intelligent to me, my man.
it's not true. It's all the heroin. I'm currently.
I was just all the hair. I'm like, okay, I can see the heroin over
Considering
the
I was
shit.
watching you like fawn over a keyboard you have to build yourself, that's still a level of intelligence to me.
But that's just like I like Legos. But that's just
Ah,
the
shit.
desire to do Legos.
hate
It's just like
Legos.
special Legos.
That's still really cool. Like I found these metal dioramas you could build, and it was like a Ferris wheel. I really wanted to buy them, but they were like $40. So I was like, I'm
Yeah.
gonna put all this shit together and just look at them.
Well, like when you build stuff like that, it like adds to the value.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's something very like intimate and kind of like majestic about building your own shit. Like I've liked computers for a long time. Like just look at me. I look like the kind of guy who's like, "Oh yeah, fuck yeah, computers." But
Huck says he's been there too, man. Or dude.
2, man.
Locke's a good
Two
bro.
dude.
He's the best bro.
Thanks, Locke. Dude, this guy's a hero.
Are you a Spartan?
He sounds like it, right?
Yeah. Halo.
Oh, I was gonna go for
Spartan Locke.
Yeah. Well, okay. Actually, I was thinking of the ancient Roman Locke.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Keep going.
But so like there, when I actually built my computer, like sat down, ordered the parts, put it all together. It was my first time building a computer. It took about like 6 hours. I was so happy.
It's just
Oh, yeah.
contentment when you're done.
I know that feeling.
Yeah, and that was I think one of the few times where I've been like,
Truly happy.
yeah, like something could go wrong right now. Whatever. I've got a computer now.
Yeah.
Like if like when my mom had decided that that was the day that she wanted to
Sorry.
to flop over, I'd just be like, you know what?
God, fuck.
Just built this computer today. I'll deal with this tomorrow. Right now, I'm gonna go on Pornhub. Like
HD porn.
Yeah.
Now I can do it.
Porn MD. I didn't know there was a thing.
Porn
until
MD?
He was talking to me about
Oh
it.
yeah.
Porn MD.
Yeah.
You didn't
That's
know?
a legitimate thing.
You didn't know? You thought I was joking?
We
Oh,
were talking about it, and
let's add to the list of shitty Googles today.
well, the thing is, what PortMD does apparently, because I clicked on a video, it was like, is it a hosting? No, it just links you to other websites.
Just
It's
like Tube Galore and
You
Lobster
can
Tube.
like randomize your searches. So like the first one I did,
There's a die,
there-
and if you hit it,
it's random. So we were just like going
What
back
did you
and
get?
forth.
I got caught, and I got teen caught at work.
There was the weirdest
Amateur
thing for me
wife
was
caught with
I
neighbor.
got both the I got lesbian and then I got lesbian seduction.
Ooh, French.
I got lesbian.
What do the French do for porn?
We.
Wife gangbang. Ooh. They got
This
me.
is definitely not for children.
Yeah, so last week I
Lock.
labeled this podcast
ears, baby.
the kid friendly podcast,
And Jesus, that
and
was
I
a
think
mistake.
we genuinely got a parent who was angry.
Seriously?
Oh yeah, someone's like, you guys said to call us the kid friendly podcast, fucking talking about fucking a sandwich.
They have to realize that
It's the internet.
the weirdest thing. So I was shopping somewhere and I heard this like 8-year-old kid start talking about like Five Nights at Freddy's. That is the weirdest thing for me.
Yeah, I don't understand that. Like,
I feel like the age where kids learn things
Fear?
is just keeps getting pushed down.
Well, the thing is, like, we're at the dawn of
Maybe.
the internet. We have
Everything's everywhere.
everything's within like a moment's grasp. And
yeah, I know. I remember the exact day I decided, like, oh yeah, there's porn on the internet. Like I was
I do too.
I was so young. I was like probably 5th grade.
I was like 12.
And I was like, I literally just Googled like XXX.
How did
and,
you
like-
know that was associated with porn?
It's always been.
It's like I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's kind of
That's-
always
that's
been.
porn.
Yeah.
I think at one point I typed in www.xxx.com
I actually remember.
And something
the
popped up.
and I found something.
Jeez. Oh yeah, he told me this.
babies.
God damn it, mate.
No. So I actually.
Wish you were here. Wish you were here, man.
Oh, look.
You probably
That
have
makes-
so many
that
stories.
makes so much more sense to like the man baby. The man baby could happen that way if it was that
Through
way.
the anus.
Through the anus. No, but I remember
Do you wanna
like
change
the very
things?
first video.
We'll give our own birth. We'll change
That's
the
sex
world.
Tape. That's the sex tape.
Anyway, keep going. Okay,
I
fine.
remember the very
Gets
first
birth.
site I went to, and I remember the very first video I watched, but I can't believe I barely remember like certain very important events in my life, but I can remember that. I can sure as hell remember that.
Remember the exact
Porn's
day.
always.
I don't remember
when-
the exact day.
Oh, okay.
But I remember the video and I remember the website.
Was it hot?
It was decent. It was like by a pool and involved like a hose. Like it was just a girl. I was like, I don't understand what she's doing with that. Like, can I do that? And I was like, holy shit.
I know what I'm doing.
I know what I'm watching later.
Are we watching porn later?
Pool,
Pool.
It's
hose,
gonna be like that
Pool
dude
girl.
party I went
hose.
to.
girl.
Girls. Plural?
Yes.
Okay, rad.
Yeah, it's
Gonna have a
just
fun time?
Weird that like I've been on the internet since I was literally 4 years old. Because well, actually even younger. My dad used to hold me by the computer when I was a baby. So it's just one of those things
Dial
where
up.
it's second nature to me to know everything about the internet.
Yeah.
Because I've been there. I never went on 4chan really because I was scared of it, but I have ventured on to B a couple times. It's actually turned into a giant cuddle fest. Like the last time I was on there, it was just like, anybody want to meet up here and cuddle? I was just like, you're gonna
That's B.
Sounds weird.
Baby.
Okay.
That's B right there.
I don't know, man. Like I
Every
get all
post is just this.
I get all of my Reddit news to like other or not my Reddit news. I get all of my
Reddit news.
my 4chan news to other people. Like there are people who actually go on 4chan and then they just bring it to me. I haven't been on 4chan in a little while now.
I know people who used to go on it a lot.
Yeah, I mean it's look, some of my favorite threads ever are 4chan.
God, shit.
Look, sweetie, you can do better.
There's better porn out there, man.
Much. He knows.
Higher
He
quality.
knows.
Go to hightailhall.com.
Oh.
to
he
find
doesn't
all-
own
Yoga
it. We're not
butt
being
sluts
sponsored
too?
by a porn
That was
site.
an actual
Yoga
video.
Butt Sluts too.
That was an actual video.
Just wanted to remind everyone that this podcast is sponsored by Wingstop. If you want delicious wings at high-class flavor with all kinds of delicious sauces and treatments, go to Wingstop, your low-cost wing facilitator.
All of
I
that is a
personally love
lie.
Wingstop because Wingstop has all kinds of great things that I enjoy about wings, and it's cheaply accessible.
Yeah. Rob is a giant 4chan spouting master. Look, yeah. That's our friend Rob.
I,
would
I
like to
suggest trying the Korean wings.
It's actually pretty good.
I'll have one.
No, it's just weird, like how I learned a lot of what I know. I learned from the internet. I remember the exact point when I think I lost my innocence, and it was on Neopets.
What happened?
Cool penguin.
Were you playing that double or nothing game?
Gambling.
Yeah, I never liked that game. I was lost. No, just like I learned my first technical sex word. Like I learned the word boner from there, and I consider that the first time I was just like, "What's a boner?" And I Googled it. Well, I didn't Google it. It used to be like Ask Jeeves or something at the time. But no, I just a weird thing of like I remember the progression of like different sites I bounced to and just different things. Where people were just like, "Oh, I remember this." I'm like, "You youngin." I remember before that. Because we always had internet growing up.
Yeah, for sure. I think before I did internet, because like when I was 4, I wasn't really on the internet, but what I was doing was I was playing Frogger.
Frogger's amazing.
Like I played Frogger from a super young age. I think probably about 90% of who I am
This
comes from playing Frogger when I was young.
So your whole lifestyle is trying not to get hit by cars and jumping on logs.
Getting
Pretty much.
flags.
Oh, and avoiding am I thinking of a different Frogger?
You might be thinking of Happy Road or Tappy Road.
Frogger, he's just going through traffic.
Yeah, there's traffic.
That's it.
No, there's logs that like swing
Yeah, I
by.
remember logs and crocodiles.
Damn. Is it Florida or something?
First time I watched porn, I learned that erotic games are not heroic games.
Oh,
Just
shit.
What a
misspelled.
disappointing day that must have been. Although I am positive that there's tons of like League of Legends porn.
Oh,
and
yeah.
That can be
considering
both
when
heroic
Overwatch
and
was
beautiful.
announced, how much porn came out of it.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
yeah, I know for sure.
How much Blizzard's trying to take
A
it
friend
down?
of mine actually runs a hentai blog, so I followed him just because he's like, "Hey, follow my blog," and I'm a huge fan of like good artwork.
Oh, me
even
too.
If it's
Oh yeah,
sexual.
I
Oh,
like
me too.
artwork too.
Yes,
Do you
I-
know Mike Nell?
Yes, I do.
Gee, love that motherfucker. Love him.
It's
Mike
gr-
Nell.
Dude, did you
Mike
see,
Nell.
Did you see the some of the animations he's done recently with that?
Where he got a model to like
Actually,
post for him.
one.
He did Kill la Kill one.
I didn't see that. I need to watch that.
He has a like a not safe for work Tumblr.
I'm gonna have to look at that.
My
We're just talking about art porn.
Yanakis.
Have you looked at Studio Foul? Because they did.
Spell his last name.
Inel. Inel.
I almost met that guy at a con.
Oh,
I missed
dude.
him by like a day.
Do you know what's that dating sim game by 4chan 4 Clover Studios?
I know the exact one you're talking about. It's not How to Have a Boyfriend. It's one where like every girl has a disability.
Yes.
I'm taking a moment to
Go.
use the bathroom
Go.
and
Ah,
grab more
jeez.
drink.
Oh, unprofessional.
What is it called?
I know the one you're talking about though. I just don't remember it.
Fuck. Jeez.
Okay.
Arturo, help me, mate.
While you're looking up, have you seen anything by Studio Foul?
Let me Studio Files.
Studio Foul did like Bioshock Trinity. It was literally a 30-minute movie, 3D models, really well rendered and voice acted
Oh, shit.
about Bioshock.
Oh my god. Big Daddy. Big Daddy.
Bioshock Trinity.
Kata
There we go. Quaker told us Katawa Shoujo.
wa shoujo.
Thank you, sweet babies. I love you.
Kata wa shoujo. That's right.
So he actually did something for that.
Yeah, he made the artwork for that.
Oh, he did the whole artwork? I didn't
Yeah,
know
I
that.
think they made the game and then he redid I think everything, and they liked it so much they just implemented it into the game.
That's amazing.
Yeah, he's done a bunch of Adventure Time. He's making Adventure Time.
I
3D
saw
game,
the
demo.
Amazing World of Gumball he did. for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, too. He's making an actual Adventure Time game.
That's amazing.
That's 3D.
Like no porn.
No porn.
no
Well,
porn.
yeah, no, there is porn of it. Like a lot of it.
Oh.
A lot of it.
Well,
with the
there
3D
was
models.
There was actually this Kickstarter that came out, and it was furry. It was for sure furry, and it was a dating sim / hentai game. It had its own Kickstarter. So apparently there was some disagreement between the artist and the owners. The artist, there was some weird loophole where in his contract it stated that he owned like most of the stuff. So he took off with the money and all the artwork and assets from this game. So basically the guy on the Kickstarter was just like, sorry guys, we can't. He took everything.
They fucked up.
Yeah, and the artist is actually building his own game with all the assets he took.
Shit. That is some fucked up stuff. But still, you gotta read. That's their fault too.
No, but Studio FAO does amazing 3D model work. Like, I wasn't really into 3D models, because they always looked hilarious.
They're kind of shit.
Like I said, some of these are like 30-minute movies, and he spends a lot of time on this. There's a couple of weird ones, like horses are involved in one, and I'm like, I'm not into this.
They're pushing the
I
limits.
do not. 10 out of 10 would Katawa Shoujo again. It's just weird. So yeah, I'm following my friend who does he does reposts a lot of hentai and stuff, and I'm actually on a Discord that's all about hentai. But as soon as Overwatch was announced, my Tumblr was getting flooded with all of this Overwatch porn. Like, it was all about Tracer's booty, Widowmaker and Tracer, all the porn you could think of. Always. Just let me lick the bottle.
There's still a lot of
Let
it.
me lick the bottle, baby.
It's only getting worse. Or better. I think the more Overwatch hentai we get, the better.
Are we starting this? Are we starting this?
I know what you're talking about.
You're holding the
He's
bottle
holding
in
a
your hand.
baby, and he's like trying to
He
peel.
has a knife. Please call the police.
Call the cops.
Please don't call the police.
Wow, is that a baby
The first
crying?
thing they would know, the police would get here. The first thing they would do is ask me how old I am, and I could get away with saying 16.
Please don't.
Please don't. Oh, you're the owner of the house. I don't give a fuck.
I'm
I'm
not
g-
even the owner of the house. I don't own this place.
I'd just be like, please, this gentleman is only 12.
The beard
Full beard.
and the wrinkles.
Yeah, so it's just interesting. Like even the Kickstarter, I found that fascinating. Artists just took everything, and it was a porn game. Like, who does this when you're making a porn game?
Him?
Apparently. Oh, there was
So wait, what happened?
Okay, so I was talking about this Kickstarter where they're creating a furry porn game, and there was a loophole in the artist's contract, and he got into a disagreement with the owner, basically took all the art and the assets and said, fuck you, I'm also taking the money, got away with it because of his contract, and is actually building the game from scratch for everything he stole. So the guy on the Kickstarter was just like, I can't do it, guys, sorry, it's not coming out.
That's all sorts of fucked up.
Guys, any tips for masturbating to Overwatch or static images in general? I just can't do it. You're looking at not good art. I read a
Or
lot
not good Overwatch porn.
I actually read a lot of sex comics. They're half the time they're not bad. They're not bad.
I made a mistake.
Mistake.
This was the shittiest thing to put this in.
What the fuck did you just do?
Someone put dark cola in a citrus cola.
No, it's not.
Is it
wasn't
alcohol?
alcohol, It's alcohol.
Yeah, it's actually alcohol. It's wine and
You guys are
and
just-
some other shit.
Throwing out all those bachelor norms and creating your own. No, so I was reading this. It was interesting that it was actually posted on a sex comic website, because it wasn't actually a sex comic. It was just like someone's final art project for their thing. There was like a couple of sex scenes, but they weren't. Sorry,
Full on nudity.
they were full on nudity, but it wasn't as graphic as a lot of the ones there.
With like a million
like
liters
porn.
of cum. What did you do? Did you try the other thing?
Forget the images. Engage your.
Would you like
imagination.
advice for how to masturbate to still images? Have you come to the right place? Let
Have
me
you been
start.
taking pictures of us?
Step number 1. Consult your photo album. Remember to go by date, sorted, newest first. That way you're not revisiting old material. The secret to a good wank, commonly, is to constantly have a new influx of material. You can't reuse gasoline, and similar, you cannot reuse old porn.
If you're female, make sure you have your favorite toy on hand.
If
If
you're
you're
male,
guy-
make sure you have your favorite toy on hand, which is usually a jar of mayonnaise.
Oh,
In your butt.
God. Forget the images, engage your imagination. Are you talking about fan fiction? Oh God.
Fan fiction.
I just something I blocked out for years just came flooding back. I wrote fan fiction at one point.
Is it for
Of?
Oh
werewolves?
God.
Of?
I wrote,
Of?
correction. I wrote one fan fiction.
Okay. Of.
Inuyasha and Haku from Spirited Away.
Get me out of here. Somebody.
Wow.
And I created.
You found a way to take two totally separate things and turn them into porn. I'm almost impressed
wasn't
if I
even
wasn't so
porn.
horrified.
These shitty fan fiction. How old were you when you wrote this?
Probably very young because this was back at my old house. We had our old computer. Like I made sure that hard drive was destroyed when we moved. But
Why's that computer not
I
working
even
anymore?
created like a Mary Sue character. This is the only time I ever attempted to write fan fiction, and just looking back at it, it was absolute garbage. And
They
I'm
look
glad-
at each other. They fuck.
That didn't happen.
Well, it's like in fan fiction, I think what happens a lot of the time is like, I really wish this could occur. Oh, I could make this happen. And then as soon as you say that, you're like, oh, well, now I'm going to start destroying the bits of the character. And we're going to start getting more pornographic. And things are going to get really hot and heavy. And all the things that make fan fiction really good are, I think, in my opinion, things that turn everything else really bad. Like things
Sex?
that turn... Not like necessarily sex, just like...
Because it's not writers writing. It's
Yeah,
just
it's like fans
15-year-olds.
What do I wish could happen?
Yeah.
And then they just like will like neuter characters.
Wait, what does that say? 8 out of 10 mate wouldn't hesitate to beat bait. Locke, you're my favorite.
To bait.
No, because then you get something like, have you read Harry Potter and the Methods of Rationality?
No.
It's okay. There's no sex involved,
Okay.
so obviously
Disappointed.
You're
He's
losing
out.
me?
Sorry.
He's out
You're
already.
losing me?
Yeah, I'm
You
also
losing
out.
me?
Gotta say.
It's really, really good. It's basically an alternate universe where instead of being raised by the Dursleys, Harry Potter is raised by his aunt Petunia, who his sister actually changes her face so she looks pretty.
Uh-huh.
So she actually meets this college professor, like this very smart man who raises Harry. And so he's been raised to like love books, and he's very intelligent. He actually gets into Ravenclaw instead of Gryffindor, and so does Hermione. So it's him being very intelligent to the point where he's manipulating everything around him, even magic, because like this doesn't follow the rules of science. I have to figure out why it works this way.
Okay.
And there's just like it's still ongoing, and I've read up to a certain point, and I haven't finished it just yet. But the other reason I was turned on to is people were like, no, dude, you gotta read this. It's great. He uses actual scientific properties, actual psychological methods, everything. He explains himself as he's doing this.
Well, did you? Okay, this is one I like. So I like the idea a lot. The thing that it reminds me of is The Last of Us, not The Last of Us. That one Will Smith movie, but the book.
I Am Legend.
I Am Legend. There we go. Sorry, I don't know why The Last of Us was what clicked to my head.
You really
Zombies.
want to
Clickers.
watch one of us fail really hard.
Yeah,
The
that's
Last of
true. In I Am Legend, the whole book is about
The
this
alcohol's starting to
dude
hit me now.
going around, like going out, going to libraries, like learning about like what makes vampires or like the vampires respond the way they do,
Vampires.
and like it gets like very scientific. And
So they're
super
called
deep into
vampires?
it.
Because I've only seen the movie.
No, kind of.
Sort of.
It's like very. I think they are. It's very heavily implied that they're vampires. Like garlic scares them away. They don't like light. There's a bunch of stuff like that. And the whole book is about this guy like going out and scientifically figuring out like what's going on with them. Like how do I kill them? And then what he'll do is like during the daytime he'll like go to houses and just like randomly kill these vampires.
Because they're sleeping.
Yeah, they're sleeping and stuff. And then when it gets to nighttime, and then it's like, you're our Dracula.
Oh, right.
Because he's just going like house to house and killing these vampires.
That's what made the movie so upsetting was because the name of it, I Am Legend. He was their legend.
Yeah. Well, that's the idea. Is like that he's supposed to be the legend, like their like mythical figure. I know.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
The book was amazing. I actually read it.
Yeah. The book is really short too. It's like 100 pages.
Shutter Island was the same way, where the book was absolutely fantastic.
The movie's
Movie
dicks.
was okay.
Oh.
It cut out a lot.
There's fruit in this, right?
Yeah.
So that wasn't just something random that just
No.
went in my mouth.
We're all pretty
No.
nerdy here. Like I've been a dweeb since forever.
It's like
and I'm
Mexican
still a
candy.
Dweeb.
Saladitos, probably.
Oh, I want Mexican candy now.
Don't worry
Bring
about
on that lead, baby. Where's Arturo? Arturo, bring that Mexican candy. I want that lead. Fill me with your lead,
No,
baby.
there's, there's novels.
it.
Like
I was gonna
that
say,
that
you
do
know what
that.
comes out of fan fiction?
Should
Sword Art Online.
we write fan fiction?
Really?
Yeah.
The Sword Art Online.
That guy wrote it when he was like in middle school.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Actually.
What?
Yeah.
Wrote what?
Sword
Sword
Art
Art
Online.
Online.
I
Yeah.
hate that anime.
And it wasn't
It's-
until later that it
Look,
got published.
Okay,
And
here,
the ending is bullshit.
Yeah.
The ending is bullshit.
here are your choices.
Not the anime, but the visual, the novel.
Here are your choices, right? You want a video game anime? You have Sword Art Online. You have what's
Database.
Dot hack?
Dot hack.
Dot Hack.
Dot
Dot
hack.
hack's amazing. The problem with dot hack is you got to look at this stuff in a certain fucking order, or you're
Yes.
there's not only the anime, there's the different manga, there's the short stories, there's the games. There's just so much going on with dot hack.
Log Horizon.
Log Horizon, yeah. But yeah, I agree. The Dot
There's,
Hack timeline is fucked.
Jesus.
No game, no life.
There's
Game No Life's
there's another
amazing.
thing. Keep going. There's another thing. Keep going.
Yeah. So Log Horizon, nothing happens. You can watch. So a bunch of my friends went to Ithaca to go out for like a night of like hanging out and doing stuff. And I was like, all right, cool. I'm gonna hang out. I'm gonna stay at home. I'm gonna save
Locke
some
says
money.
Log Horizon.
Oh, Grimgor of Fantasy and Ash.
Never heard of
It's
it.
like they get transported to another world and
Seems to happen a lot
it's
in, like,
fantasy,
fantasy.
but
just
it's
like, I'm in
it's
another
really
world.
it's really good. They all get assigned classes and everything.
Okay,
but it's
cool.
like it's more they struggle beating one goblin and like killing it
Yeah.
because they're kids.
Well, that's the thing.
That's what just made it so good for
Log
it.
Horizon does that well too. Like when it's the younglings and they're like, "Oh, we gotta fight now," and everyone's
Yeah.
gotta do a role.
But it's
and-
not a video game. It's like actual life.
Yeah,
so it's
but-
like the goblin screaming and it
That's
fakes
what
it's being dead.
happened In,
It's just it's real good.
was it No Game No Life? No Game No Life was where he got the goddess on his side, right?
It's the brother and sister.
No, okay, I'm thinking of a different one. There's another one where this guy, I can't remember the name of it for the life of me. This guy is a neat.
The world God only knows. The guy has a PSP dating sims.
No.
That
Shit.
that anime is ridiculous though.
Yeah,
That-
it
that-
ended
Anime
already.
is fucking absurd.
It ended already.
The reason I love the anime I'm about to talk about so much, it takes the tropes and it turns them on the side. Everything you think you're gonna happen because it's like harem anime doesn't happen. It's, okay, so
Keep going.
dude is a neat. So the only time he ventures outside is to go buy an expansion to the game he's playing.
Okay.
As he's walking there, he notices a girl, and he thinks she's gonna get hit by a car, so he pushes her out of the way. He doesn't die.
Oh,
from being-
Konosuba. Yeah.
Konosuba.
Yeah.
He doesn't
That's
die
pretty
from
funny.
getting hit by the car. He dies of the shock of thinking he's gonna get hit by the car.
Oh yeah.
So when he dies, he's brought into this room with like this goddess, and this goddess says you have a couple of choices. You can get reincarnated into a very rich family, and you'll be like taken care of, or you can come to this other world. Welcome to the NHK was also really good. You can go to this other world, and it's like fantasy, and you can take one of these things with you, and you can take anything here or like anything you can think of. I think that's what it was. And so the dude is like a super smart ass. He's like, I'm gonna take the goddess with me,
Oh, yeah.
obviously. Goddess turns out to be useless, but it's weird because you think of all these tropes that's gonna happen, like he's gonna be like the chosen one.
Yeah.
When there's this test you can do, and he's gonna like, I'm gonna have like maxed out stats because I'm the chosen one. He's normal. Like he says, you should be a merchant because his looks.
It's like ReZero, similar to that.
When the
Oh,
goddess
okay.
does it,
But
she
more
immediately
funny.
becomes like a very high level champion. He actually has 3 high level champions on his team.
Oh yeah.
The goddess who only does party tricks. A high level wizard that only does explosion magic, but she can only do 1 before she passes out. And then there's
That's
a
funny.
paladin who's a masochist.
It's pretty funny.
It's really good, and there's even like a boss fight, and when they're even at when they're at like the level 1 area, and it doesn't happen the way you thought it would, and it's just I love stuff that I especially love like animes that just like they're comedy in that sense.
Yeah, for sure.
Like Sket Dance was one of my favorites for the longest time.
What is it called?
Sket
Skip
Dance
Okay,
or Sket
I
Dan?
didn't like it.
It's okay.
Have you seen Working?
I have.
God, I love Working.
It's Sketdan was
Shit.
a comedy anime, but it was more like a one-liner sort of thing where you're just going back and forth with like a straight man and a funny man. It's not for everybody. Like everyone I've talked about it with hasn't liked it, and I absolutely adored it. But it's like this really interesting anime. It's just about like this trio who's just like I want to help everybody, but they always get into like absurd situations.
Oh yeah.
I love that.
I will say that like one of my favorite animes.
Which one? The anime I just talked about was Konosuba.
Konosuba.
Do you want me to type it out in chat?
Yes, please.
Yep. What's the
Konosuba.
all one word?
Yeah.
And the other one was Sket Dance, SKET-DAN.
Something.
Realistic Pokemon, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wait, didn't you guys talk about like freaking one of the Pokemons, like Rayquaza?
Yeah, last time.
Shoving.
That was
Just stabbing a dude.
Travis,
Like yeah, that was good.
when we showed it.
I will say like one of my favorite animes.
Hi, Rosa.
I think in terms of all the shit that goes on, is like Arakawa Under the Bridge, which is just like. Do you not like it?
No.
It's so like I don't know, it's so ridiculous and just like so over the top.
You should watch anime when this is done.
If we want to, we can.
Just
Anime
get Blitz
movies.
to watch anime.
We can always watch JoJo.
Oh,
I love JoJo.
That's the only thing I can
So
associate
good.
with it.
Dude, my Polish friend, loves JoJo. Like he's been trying to get me to like sit down and read it for the longest
Just
time.
sit down and do it.
I
JoJo is so
started it.
cash.
I know. I haven't. Actually, did you start reading that one I linked you?
Which one is it?
My favorite. I'm a huge fan of like cheesy detective ones. So I read my favorite one of
Bakano?
all time.
No.
It's not bad. My all-time favorite is obviously Case Closed or Detective
Yeah,
Conan.
yeah.
I have a bunch of shit from there that's like really old and you have to import it and it's like it's a lot of money. My second favorite though is one called if you get the English version it's Supernatural Detective no Gami Nuro, but the direct Japanese translation is just Demon Detective no Gami Nuro.
Is that the bat one? The guy shows up on rollerblades with a bat whenever you're backed into a corner.
No.
What the fuck,
The
kids?
process of
Dude,
this.
sorry. Okay,
It happened.
Look, take a sip. I'm gonna go on a bit of a tangent here.
Let me finish this.
Adult Swim ran this anime for a little while called I think it was called Supernatural Detective. Or that's just like what I remembered it as. And it was this guy with a bat and the bat was bent in a part. And if you were like backed into a corner or whatever, he would skate into your life and just beat the shit out of you.
I'm kind
and
of
it was
remembered
horrifying.
of that one where with like the pink dog.
Yeah, it's that anime.
That's fuck. I know the exact one you're talking about.
Paranoia
Yeah,
Exorcist.
no, Paranoia Agent.
Paranoia Agent, yeah.
That
What
one
the
was fucking weird. It wasn't a bat. It was a boy in a cap.
Yeah, it's Boy in the Cap, and he had a bat.
Oh yeah,
And the bat was like had like a bend in it
Oh,
from
I
all the
uh,
see it
people
now.
he's
The
beaten.
funny thing is that it was created by someone else in the show. Like that boy wasn't real. Have you seen the ending?
No, I never finished it.
Spoilers!
The boy wasn't real. It was created by I think one of the first victims. She created that popular dog mascot. You see?
Yeah.
It basically got to a point where I think she might have killed her dog. Like
Yeah.
And it was just like
That
the
sounds
stress
right.
of her having to like come up with another
The
popular
next best
character.
thing.
So she came up with this guy, this like boy in a bat that like beat the shit out of everybody. But I think it might have spiraled into like a tulpa.
Oh, like okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I actually only know what that is, because of Reply All. I have seen Fully Cooley. We actually talked about this earlier, Billy Rivers. One of the big things about Fully Cooley was that I almost entirely wrote most of my college essays about Fully Cooley in a women and gender studies course because I love it so much.
Persona. And
I got
Persona
away.
animes, I don't know.
I mean,
They're decent.
No, but back to Demon Detective. It's my absolute favorite manga.
Let me.
The anime is garbage, absolute garbage.
What is it? One more time.
Demon Detective no Gami Nuro. So the reason I love the manga so much, not only is the art amazing, the characters are amazing, it has my favorite villain of all time, Six. Like it's spelled S-I-C-K-S. but his symbol is the number 6.
Okay, I see. I see it.
So it had this really interesting dynamic of a dude who's literally a demon from hell who was strong enough to break through the barrier to come here because he eats mysteries. Like, he eats the energy that people admit when they have like a trick when they murder someone or something like that. Like, he eats puzzles. So it's just this really interesting dynamic. And then you get we've had the most amazing villains, Howl, which was an AI that went rogue, that was programmed by this very smart professor. And the professor wrote this program because he wanted to build someone's personality from scratch who died. He wanted to build life. So he knew that he probably wouldn't solve this in his lifetime, so he built another AI that was him. He's like, you're going to spend all your time working on building somebody from scratch.
Mm-hmm.
The AI got smart enough to realize this is never going to happen. So what I need to do is I need to make sure I have enough processing power. So he tried to take over Japan to like get these supercomputers to. That was his only thing. He just
Psychopaths.
The movie?
No.
What? Anyway.
No, so there's just like interesting villains, and they took that for the anime and butchered it.
Oh.
They took out Six. Six is not involved in the anime. They took a side character who's involved with Six and changed it so that the main character, Yoko, her dad dies in like the first episode. Like,
Yeah.
her dad was murdered.
Spoilers.
Neuro solves her mystery and was just like, you're going to become my cover for the human world. Like, I'm going to make you into a high school detective.
Yeah.
And you're going to cover this and sort of thing. And it's great. But in the anime, they change it so that her dad's murder is unsolved for most of it. Even though he's a very smart demon, he would know instantly.
Yeah.
And change it so that the villain is not who it was in the manga. It's the side villain from the manga. And now they're related for some reason. Like, Yoko and
Okay.
his villain are related.
It's so weird.
They,
Yeah.
like, twisted it, and I was really, really upset because the art's still great. The voice acting was top-notch. But they just took out the best character, the best plot lines. Everything that made this manga good is gone.
So I will say that like one of the things that make like something like for an adaptation, like because manga to anime ultimately comes down to adaptation. Like the Shining movie is not the Shining book.
Yeah.
But it's still really good. It's its own separate and unique thing, and that makes it like it's good. It makes it its own like little story. But it sounds like they kind of just like cut stuff out and was like, we don't really want to do this.
I don't know what happened. Like I said, the reason I was so pissed off is because Six is a really well-written villain. Like, I'm always a fan of the well-written villain.
Yeah.
His whole thing was that he's like, I'm of a bloodline. Like, he thinks he's above humans. Like,
Yeah.
he's the next evolved in the chain. That's what he thinks. He's like, all my family had, we evolved to be more evil than everybody else. So his thing was like, I'm picking people who show these traits of their bloodlines, and I'm going to bring them into my bloodline. We're going to become the neo-humans, the new humans.
Sounds
He
a
did
lot like
things
somebody I know.
Ooh.
It was just great. He did
My
things
boy
like,
H.
he made a dude kill himself by drinking poison just to leave a message for Nero. And then he basically told this guy,
He's very Roman.
yeah, if you don't take this poison, we're going to kill your family. So dude takes the poison, vomits a symbol for Nero to be a sign, and dude turns around and tells the family, yeah, your husband tried to save himself, you're fucked, sort of thing.
Rad.
And then there's like little 4 coma panels at the end where there's just like Six told a subordinate to like make a funny thing out of like a weapon. It was like it's like a saw, but it was curved. So the subordinate takes it and pretends he's pregnant with it. And it has like just a little caption underneath. It was like, reaction executed. Like, Six just killed this dude. He's like, you weren't funny enough.
Well, bummer.
And he
So
has
the
like
dude just goes nuts and is like, all right, let's just do all this stuff that no, I could just do. I can just get away with it.
He just does things to do things. There was a bunch of side characters that he collected that were like involved with the other characters, at least one for sure. But there was this thing of like Nero deciding, I actually really like humans, I want to protect them. You don't get that in the anime. you don't get that sense. He just has the sense of I'm better than all of you. Fuck off.
Was the manga finished when the anime was?
You know what? I think so. I think it was.
You think?
Well, even then, like Naruto did like a really. It was basically the manga.
Yeah, and then they filled it with crap like all the other big ones.
Well, they do that those filler animes because sometimes they catch up to the manga too quickly.
Yeah, that's why. To most of the big ones,
I'm
especially.
sorry. I like
What?
anime.
What is wrong with this girl?
You're totally allowed to like anime.
Also,
we all
I
do.
have a lot of alcohol in me.
That's also
Massive weebs. Look, that figurine's mine. There's another one over there. Snakes in the closet.
I used to have plushies from Naruto because I used to be into
Lord.
it.
fair. Yeah.
And then looking back, I was just like, this is a really shit
Yeah.
like thing. Like what? It's like Bleach. Bleach was really good at one point, and then it just sort of.
Declines.
Oh yeah,
Right.
the end of it. It's just I
Ass.
read it. It's just
Look, I never got into
Caravaggio.
Bleach. You know, I was always stuck on things like Fully Cooley or whatever.
Naruto.
Like the shorter animes.
It's like I
that
want
would
something
come up.
long. I want to get invested in characters.
But that's it. So going to Fully Cooley, like the thing that's magic about Fully Cooley is that it doesn't necessarily set you up to like be invested in the characters.
just
It's
do.
only like once you start like going
I'm
through
gonna
it and
spoil
connecting.
everything for you.
Anime, alcohol.
Did you know that
best
Bruce
combo.
Willis was dead the whole time?
wait, what
Is
anime?
this for
K-On?
Sixth
Oh
Sense?
no!
You know there is a okay.
Oh, I'm not shitting on Bleach. Like for the first couple of seasons, it was absolute masterpiece.
Oh yeah.
But there's actually a video talking about this where this guy is like, this is the reason why it declined so much. He starts talking like behind the scenes, how the artist was having issues behind the scenes, or how he originally set out to do this and they were like, do this, and you just see this decline of him being like #1 in Shonen Jump to like
Yeah.
#3, #5. And then there's also the thing where just like One Piece is huge.
Oh my god! I started.
One Piece is awesome. Like, oh, I love One Piece.
One Piece is like, it's a whole adventure. You start. It starts out slow, and
I
then it
love
starts
you,
building
Billy
up,
Rivers.
and it starts building up, and it starts building up, and it just keeps building up for like 500 chapters, and then it blows up in your face. You're like, holy
Just
shit!
like,
This,
I
this is what I'm
expect this.
reading. This.
Like One Piece just gets nuts so quick.
Yeah.
The ramp up though, I don't know. Like Phil, who's been on the podcast before, his
Loves it.
favorite anime is One. Like he got me to start watching One Piece. It was over the course of a summer. I was doing, I think I was doing Google Summer Code at the same time, and I was just working. I was like working my way through One Piece while I was like
Coding.
coding.
I mean, that's what you do. You just have anime on in one monitor, and you're
And
coding
yeah,
in
and
another.
another one, and then I eventually got to like episode 30, like wherever he like starts fighting the like fish dudes on the island, and I stopped. I had to stop programming.
Is that only episode 30 for the anime? That was like chapter
Billion.
100.
Yeah, I'm sure it took forever to get there. I mean, there's a lot of build up. There's like the whole like,
Did they skip the whale? in the
oh, we're
anime?
we're trapped.
It's I've
Trapped
Yes,
whale?
I
look,
think so.
I've skipped so much of it.
Yeah.
I usually just read the wiki and watch the movies, and I'm reading the last
You're
chapter.
just happy camper.
Yeah, because you don't need a lot to understand One Piece.
It's true. Yeah.
Well,
But you there's like really cool episodes and fights
this is
in that
a
anime.
must see.
Also, the movies, most of them are pretty good. I can't wait to see the new one.
And then you
Gold.
get something like I said, Detective Conan. I'm still reading it because it's on chapter 940 something.
Jesus.
It's been
That in
going
One
on since
Piece,
before
man.
I was born.
That in One Piece just.
I used to wake up at 5 in the morning to watch the anime.
For Detective Conan.
Yeah, it used
On
to be
Adult
shown
Swim?
on Adult Swim.
Yeah.
That's where I actually first saw it. And like I said, I've always been a fan of really cheesy mystery stuff. It's just huge with me.
I wonder, like, I think Adult Swim secretly changed like an entire underground population
Yes, of weebs.
of the U.S. Like it just generated its own faction of people that are now like old, like our age now,
20s.
and have like weird opinions about stuff. Like I bet you we could trace so many of the roots of anime to like Toonami and Adult Swim. Like,
For kids.
Yeah. No. Because for
I'm gonna
kids is
shoot you
totally
with my
different.
finger
Yeah.
gun.
Like the people who watched Yu-Gi-Oh.
Around at the speed of sound.
Probably.
Digimon?
Yeah, probably. Oh, Digimon, maybe. I think Digimon's a good one. Like Digimon might have inspired like a generation of people to go watch stuff, and I know people who watch Digimon who
Dragon
then
Ball
go on
Z.
to go do this.
Well, that was
I actually never
Toonami.
watched Digimon. Never
Well,
did.
Dragon Ball Z was on Channel 5 in Mexico.
Yeah.
So you could just watch it.
I-
You would come home from school and it was there.
I think at least on non-cable packages, you could still watch it. It was on Cartoon Network and one other channel. I just don't remember what it was.
What is this?
Dragon Ball.
Oh yeah. Dragon Ball was everywhere.
Mhm.
I mean, obviously Cartoon Network for sure, but I don't know. I think I think it was just Cartoon Network.
What time?
Not in Mexico.
11:06.
Shouldn't he have been back by now?
Nah, he likes to do stuff with his GIF.
With the GIF, the moving image,
The grill.
the grill,
The grill.
the grill,
Ooh,
the
baby.
mysterious elbow.
Yeah, the mysterious elbow, who has appeared on the show before but has not actually been in the
That's
show.
okay. Like
Yeah.
I said, when you make the banner, just have her elbow on it.
Might as well, right?
We'll still a shirt with their elbow on it.
I'd buy it.
Oh my god.
She has a pretty elbow.
Tomorrow's
It seems
gonna
like
be hell.
Sojourner Burns is a little distressed at your not ever having watched Digimon.
I never got into
Loved
it.
it.
I tried watching
Enjoyed
it
it.
on Netflix and was just
Amazing.
like, wow, the English dub's bad. I
10
should
out of
watch
10.
Japanese. I'm trolling everyone, but I
Ha-
love you all.
Have you seen the new Digimon? Try.
I heard it's good. I've yet to
It's
sit
pretty good.
down and
Try's
see
pretty
it.
good.
pretty good.
It's all right.
I might like sit down on Netflix
Yeah, it's
and
like
watch the Japanese.
it's not bad.
No,
It's not bad.
I think it so. The more anime you watch, the more you kind of get immune to anime tropes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh yeah, this is the chosen one. That's actually what like One Punch Man and Mob Psycho do well.
Does somebody
Is they
not
exploit
recommend
your
Fooly Cooly?
Your
Sorry.
someone on Twitch actually recommended Fully
Does that mean
Coolly.
people don't recommend Fooly Cooly?
Yeah, I imagine Fully
I've
Coolly.
not seen it.
Oh, really?
I
We
have
have to
not
watch
seen it.
Fooly Cooly.
We might. So here's the issue with Fully Cooley. Fully Cooley is 6 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a lot of time,
Mm-hmm.
and it has a lot of ground to cover.
Okay.
There's a lot of stuff that goes on. It does the Dark Souls thing where it'll like show you something. It'll be like, all right, cool, remember that? That's gonna be important later. I'll come back to you later. Walks away, shows up later, and is like, oh, you remember that little detail? It's
Here
important
it
now.
is.
Yeah, important now. Fully Cooley does that, and it does that very well. There are a lot of really kind of important things that go on, and like if you're watching it the first time, you'll be like, I have got no idea what's happening here.
Needs at least 2 to 3 sittings.
No, maybe like Billy Rivers. The first time we watched it, like, he had that Rain Man moment where he like connected all the dots on the chalkboard. Was like, yeah, no, Fully Cooley, this is it for me. Yeah, no, I
Was
get
that
it. I
Rain
get
Man
it.
or A Beautiful Mind?
Both. But
Wasn't Rain Man just like I need to go get new socks? Need to go get underwear? Was that Rain Man?
that was Rain Man. Yeah. But for Fully Cooley anyway, the story that it tells is actually very deep and just kind of like is super meaningful, especially for like Naota, the main character. Where the whole thing eventually it turns into this like, this is a growing up story about him, and that all the other characters are there to show like different aspects of his process of growing up, and like how he relates to them displays a lot about who he is as a person. And so you get these weird moments where he's kind of torn between like his desire to act out in this regard towards his youthful life, but also he knows that like, oh, that's childish, that's silly. And it's him constantly struggling against that to try and figure out like what parts of him he wants to do.
Well, there's like a whole bunch you can take from Fooly Cooly, even just from the first sitting.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
the first time I watched it, I never thought about like the drinks, like how those. Play
Oh
an
yeah,
important
yeah.
role.
Like, oh, I don't. What is it? Like, I don't like sour things.
Yeah, and just going back to it, I was just like, oh, okay, that struck a chord with me because I was older. My brain.
And then
brain was
he's like, oh,
molded. Had more wrinkles.
the girls like your brother likes sour stuff, and it's like,
I want girls to
Oh.
like me.
yeah, there's just so much in it that's like, especially for someone. I know. I think I can relate to a lot of like what Billy Rivers is, what went on in Billy Rivers' life, where it's like, I obviously like girls, and girls are part of growing up, and there was like a reaction to that I had that was a sign of my immaturity.
Mm-hmm.
And that part of going through that and developing and growing as a person was reconciling my desire to be like quote unquote cool, and
As
like
cool as you could be.
yeah,
I still don't feel like one of the cool kids.
I mean you never will really, but it's just getting there, and it's just finding your way to that. And Fully Cooley captures that. Fully Cooley gets that entire like system of growing up, of being this youthful person dealing with all these different facets of emotion and all these people trying to get different things out of you, and it condenses them all into the 6-episode series. Like, it takes like 2 hours to watch all the way through, and it presents everything in this like really beautiful and meaningful way. There's that moment where Naoto's standing and he saves I forget her name, but he saves his brother's ex-girlfriend.
Something like that.
And he's like, you know what? When you're ready to talk to me, I'm not my brother. Like, you'll talk. Like, come find me when you're ready to deal with that.
And it's kind of weird because he like didn't acknowledge that until that happened. Like, it's a growing point for him. He knew.
Yeah, he was like, you know what? Like, fuck you. I'm not my brother. And that's like it clicks for him where he's like, all right, I'm allowed to be my own person. I'm allowed to be an adult. I'm allowed to grow. And up until that point, you know.
Did you ever just have that moment
communal.
where you're just like, I can do this?
Yeah.
It's weird for me because I've always had issues with myself. I've always had like the anxiety, the depression. It's already sort of been a factor in my life where I'm just like, no self-confidence.
Yeah.
I'm still having
And
issues
it's
with
weird
it.
what that does to you because it makes you betray yourself where you're like, oh, yeah, I don't want to tell this person I like them because what if they say no? Or like stuff like being able to say like, oh, yeah, I feel this way about you. And I know you don't want that, but that's how I feel and I need you to know that. And Fully Coolly grabs onto that like feeling of like, oh, yeah, I need to like, I love you.
Just like I need to do something with that.
And beyond that, it's just like growing up with that feeling and being able to control that and just knowing how to communicate. And Fully Cool is so good.
Yes, Locke.
Yeah.
Do it. Do it. Do it. You won't. Wait, don't you have class tomorrow? Wait, no, it's tomorrow Sunday. You don't have class tomorrow. Yes, do it. Do it, nerd.
I got some lifting to do tomorrow.
Locke there lives in Muncie, Indiana, the capital of Garfield.
Thanks for that information. I feel like I've learned something today.
I didn't realize
Oh,
it was
boy.
the capital of Garfield.
The more
Yeah.
you know.
Why is everybody pink today? Like, that was my color. Like, I changed it because I was like, oh, everybody's purple. Now, as soon as I'm pink, stop following my example.
Is it random generation? Or is it just like...
No, like, if you have an account, you're able to pick your color.
Oh, wow, shit. I don't know that.
Did you just thought you were stuck with yours?
I mean, I'm colorblind, so.
I just don't care. Yeah, and this is like the
So
worst
you
person
can't
to talk to
tell-
about
wait,
this
what-
kind of
what
thing.
kind of colorblind are you?
Red, green, yellow, gray with pink, and then blue and purple.
My
And it's-
dad's colorblind too.
That's just, it's a problem. It's
Does the
garbage.
guy in the red shirt have a comment? We were kind of like keeping Aeneas out of that conversation.
I should watch Fully Coolly, I guess.
Yeah, the thing is
That's
that
the bottom line.
Aeneas has watched a lot of anime. He hasn't watched Fully Coolly.
We have to remember we were talking about comic porn for a long time and just art in general.
I think so. Here's the thing. I think Aeneas has watched more anime than I have, but I've probably watched more of the like popular anime than you
Well,
have.
he told me that he tends to binge the more popular ones, but more manga, right?
Yeah. I usually read the manga.
Just-
You-
Like I was watching Bleach,
Yeah.
and then I got to the end, and I was like, I need more Bleach, so I started reading the manga.
Listen, the thing about the manga is, for me, since I read fast, I can get through 200 chapters in a night.
Yeah.
Whereas with the anime, I'm like, I don't know,
You gotta go
4 episodes.
Yeah.
So you get a lot more in one sitting than you
like
can.
the anime Mirai Nikki, Future Diary.
Oh, excuse me.
I found the manga, read it in a day.
The thing about the Mirai Nikki, or it might have been one of the other ones they did, was really confusing at first.
Oh yeah, that's kind of like.
I think I binged one manga and then I stopped forever, and that was Blame.
There's actually a neat story from my
Blame.
high school.
Blame exclamation point.
Blame. What is it about?
It's a dungeon crawler manga.
Is that the one, like, it's
Oh shit!
it's like the one, it's similar to the Liar Game.
I don't know the Liar Game.
Liar Game is where people are wearing different animal masks.
No. So in Blame, it's basically these
Oh,
machines
Kili. Yeah, I know. Yeah,
Yeah.
the gun. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, with
shit.
the gun.
I think they're making an anime.
are the
Cause Knights of
Woo! Sorry.
Knights
I kind of know this one.
Knights of the Order of Sinorda. That's connected to this.
Actually, I have a story for this about manga.
No, keep going. But yeah.
Do you know what yaoi is?
Yaoi? Oh yeah.
Okay.
Thanks, roommate.
Not a giant fan of yaoi. Mostly because the art
Knights
is
of Sidonia.
horrendous.
It's connected to this, and they're coming out with the anime for Blame. So Blame and Knights of Sidonia is connected. They're both connected.
Neat.
Same universe. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, so I
Huh.
don't like yaoi simply because the art's horrendous and so is most of the story plots.
Yeah.
But there was this thing. I
Yes.
used to run a Japanese club. I was in one for a few years now. I also was vice president for my senior year.
Yeah.
And so I was involved. What was that? You want to go?
Big mistake.
Take your shirt off. Let's go.
And all of a sudden we got banned on Twitch.
Oh.
End of the skill floor.
Let's
you
go.
saw it here today, boys.
No, like,
Let's go. Banned.
Lock likes
Showing ankles on
Yowie.
Twitch.
Lock likes Yowie.
Come on.
So when my officers, when they graduated, 2 of them came to me. They happened to both be girls. They're like, we have to pass this down to you. It was the shittiest
Oh.
yaoi I had ever read.
I thought they were gonna beat the shit over.
It was, oh yeah, and then they beat the shit out of me.
Initiation.
Oh,
Welcome to hazing.
so they basically passed down, and it was absolutely horrible. It was the worst thing I had ever read, and there was like rape vibes coming from this thing.
Good. Yep.
So when
right.
I was an officer, I passed it down to somebody.
Ouch.
So I hopefully she kept that going, but I really doubt.
At
she
some
did.
point, someone's gonna be like, "This is terrible.
Professor.
Maybe we don't need this." Yeah.
Oh no! See, my Japanese professor was so old, she would fall asleep
Ancient
during
as
class.
balls.
I got an A in that class by doing nothing, because she liked my art.
Wow.
Like I would doodle a lot for her assignments, so I'm very shit at language. Like can't absorb language very well. I'm good at pronunciation, and I'm good at like
Go
myths
ahead.
and urban legends about
Prove
different
your point
cultures.
further.
Language is something I've never been able to grasp. So I don't know how I went through 3+ years getting A's in Japanese. Just magic. 2 of those was with her, and she was so old, she fell asleep. One of them was with another teacher, and she was actually a good teacher, from what I heard. It's just, they didn't have a Japanese course for my level, quote unquote. So basically, we were stuck in with the beginner students and basically handed a textbook and just said, do these worksheets.
Shit.
So I did a whole...
Oh, that was easy.
Yeah, and since I was, like, really lazy and we were all together at one long table instead of a desk, I could cheat to my heart's content.
Oh my god. It's middle school all over again. It's high school all over again.
I'm not afraid to talk about this now. I
Jeez,
cheated on
I guess
all of
that's
mine.
a shitty thing I did. I helped everyone. Arturo can vouch for me. We just helped entire classrooms
Yes, thank
like,
you
to,
for
like,
telling me
pass.
that word. I was aware.
because in my year they placed a lot of people
I
in.
have been
Mikey.
drinking.
She has been. They placed a lot of people in AP classes. People that you knew weren't supposed to be in AP classes.
Yeah.
Like
You just knew.
Yeah, like you're not supposed to. They knew
We
that
don't
they
like
weren't
your
supposed to be here.
kind here.
But the counselors didn't want to change, like swap their classes to something else
Yeah.
because it's just like they just want to have the numbers, being able to
It's
show the
good if
numbers
they-
that oh we have this many students
In our
in
AP
AP
courses.
classes. Yeah, that was it. And so it was kind of super shitty for them.
So like a lot of people just got sucked into something they had no preparation
Yeah,
for
Yep.
and
absolutely.
weren't capable of dealing with.
Absolutely.
Was
Hot.
your school's AP test, like the final exam, the one you have to pay for, is that optional for you?
Sometimes it depends on the class.
Yeah,
Like,
most of them, yes. For me.
What it came down to was like, you know, you don't have to take it, but if
Paper
you
says
if
he
you
can vouch for you.
if you do,
It's like you already took you went through the course. Like just take the test. Like if you pass it, you pass it. You get
get an A.
credits. Yeah, you get credits.
so it was what
Yeah.
what it essentially came down to was like the teacher was like, look, most of you guys, you know, you got like a C in the class, you got a B in the class. Take the exam. You get a 3 on it, you get an A.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of what they did for us.
Yeah.
Although, like, I don't know if it was just my school, but the only reason I was in AP classes, they were like, hey, you did pretty well in these lower class courses. You want to go in AP? And, you know, I'm like, my business class, I paid almost no attention because the teacher's voice knocked my shit out. So I would only know test when this one lazy, skeevy little cheese fucker would sit beside me.
Shit.
Locke, I love your wording for
Oh,
everything. It
God.
makes me happy.
But yeah.
No, so I took AP courses just because they were like, hey, why not do this? And I'm like, oh, okay. And
Look,
just the people in there. if
Still in
they're-
the fucking story. Yeah.
Yep.
We had a great time during tests in history, and I just had an afro so we could discuss the answers in the middle of the test. So you couldn't see shit. Dude, oh my god, there was this one friend who he was in the football team, and he was not great at math, and you had to have like a certain grade in your classes to be able to play sports, or else you'd be just taken out of them.
No sports for you.
Yeah, so it was a like middle of the semester test, or
Okay, so
like
midterm.
like yeah, midterm. So I helped him in the midterm, and through everything, like through most of the like government like tests or whatever.
Yeah.
Like the the state issued exams from the district. Like those where you're not supposed to cheat because if you get caught,
Don't
like it's
cheat.
over.
Like serious,
like
yeah.
serious shit. I helped them through all that.
But they don't really check very well. That's the
No,
thing.
No.
And it was crook.
Oh yeah.
It was
Yeah.
crook.
He's pretty chill about that
Yeah,
kind of thing.
and I just
he
gave,
knows.
yeah.
He has to know.
Yeah.
Because Crook is a smart guy. Anyway.
I've heard stories of like Asian kids like giving their ID to somebody else that's smarter than them,
Oh yeah.
and like
No.
No,
that's
that's,
actually a huge thing in China where
Mhm.
they it's very common for them to like cheat on all
Yeah.
their tests.
Yeah, for sure.
Then they come to America, immediately get caught and kicked out of school.
Yep. I always like to tell the guy Anton, he does Hollywood props now. But
That's
he
fantastic.
is a very smart person. Anton is probably one of the smartest people we've ever met. We worked together at VRAC at Iowa State, which is the Virtual Reality Application Center. We were on different projects, but like I said,
Work. Yeah.
he did physics stuff. I did computer science. He's a very smart guy. But he used to tell me these stories about him getting like, someone will drop like $500 like at your door, and
Just at
their
your
ID, and you have to go and well, I mean like there's like discussion before, but you get like
Yo, check out that
$500.
dude's afro though.
Is it talking about this one?
The
And that-
candy in the candies in the trunk.
Which is such an excellent username.
There's candies in the trunk.
Oh yeah,
Kid.
it reminds me of Jawbreaker. But you essentially, he would get like money at the door, and he'd go take these tests for people.
Wow.
He never specified race, even though the guy obviously like
It's a certain persuasion.
he would be like yeah, and then this Chinese guy did this, and but he had bias. And he'd go take these tests for people. Mount Crook. I am the crooketer.
It's just interesting. Like, is that a gunshot?
Probably.
That sound like a gunshot.
Ooh, welcome to the area.
Anyway.
Welcome to the hood.
Where
To the hood, to the hood.
Oh boy.
As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death.
Keeping Prince's image alive.
Like I
Thanks,
actually remember in some of my classes, like people would just put the answers on a sheet of paper and it'd just be on
Just
their
pass
feet.
them around, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Be
I
at
would.
their
I would.
feet.
For Pekingang, I would get all the answers, write them down, and then give it to the next period.
The
And
thing
for
is-
most tests, even for
Yeah,
final
but,
tests,
But Mr. P, like,
he doesn't give a
Mr. P literally gives no shits.
yeah.
Only-
Unless you were very obvious about it.
Yeah.
Like, very, very
I mean,
obvious
if it
about
was
it.
like,
Number two.
if I don't do anything about this, they're gonna know that I'm like, I don't give a shit.
Uh-huh.
He'll like go out of his way to stop it. But that's not what Mr. P's about. Mr. P is all about the like,
cool.
he's just about like chilling out.
Yeah.
Like, all right, guys,
learn-
we gotta do this
you
now.
learn
It's the
stuff.
job. Let's go do it
I don't
now.
care about my job. Just do it anyway.
Pretty much, yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, whoa, again,
Oh.
come on. Come on.
I'm sorry.
Come on, me.
Terrible.
But yeah, Mr. P is where I got like most of my music taste from. Because Mr. P's
Shitty
fucking
music taste.
iTunes library was like 12,000 songs.
Oh, shit.
Like the-
I know
take it
somebody
back.
who has like 60 gigs.
Yeah,
Take it
it's
back.
nuts.
Take
Like,
it back.
Did actually I have an interesting story.
yeah, I'm gonna
about-
eat that.
Don't eat it.
What is
it's
it?
old,
What
come
is
on.
it? What is it? Fruit?
Why are you eating it?
What is it?
Oh, it's a grape.
Wasn't it
Is
olive?
It was a grape.
Was it an olive? I think it was an olive.
It was great,
Ugh.
probably.
It was a grape that became an apple.
Weird. Okay. There was a woman in college that was epic about chemistry.
The thing
Whoa.
about the American system, it's sort of set up in a way you kind of have to cheat.
Sometimes, yes.
Yeah, sometimes.
Because it leaves you behind a lot
Yeah,
of
for
times.
sure.
Like, if
No
you can't-
child left behind.
Yeah, if you can't keep up, it's like that's why I just helped whoever needed help. I was just like, you need the answers here, dude.
Yeah.
Like your life's
There
probably
was
already
one
shitty
exception to that answer, though. In IB, there was a kid who I went to school classes with named Curtis.
enough. Piece of shit.
Curtis was a fuckhead.
Okay.
Curtis was such a like do you know when like people say like, oh yeah, this guy's dense, like he doesn't understand shit, he's not gonna learn it?
Mhm.
That was Curtis.
Curtis was the epitome of bullshit, never going to understand because he never cared to. Like, my parents will take care of it for me if I try hard enough.
Was he actually rich?
Yeah, loaded.
Oh shit.
Dude always dressed in suits, like had like one of those wheelie backpacks that he'd roll around.
What is with the stigma of wheelie backpacks?
Fuck
They're actually
no,
handy.
wheelie backpacks are bullshit. Everyone knows
gonna
it,
just eat
except for the
that,
people
right?
who use wheelie backpacks.
Is there any more wings left?
But what it essentially came down to was Curtis needed to pass this test or he would fail out of the IB program.
All the sauce.
And Mr. Manro
Mm-hmm.
caught me one day. Was like, you need to go help Curtis.
Shit.
Like
Still
Curtis
send
is
you
fucked. Like
Shit.
Curtis is gonna suck unless you help him with this exam. So during one of my lunch periods, I sat down with Curtis, and Curtis was like, "All right, so let's look at one of these questions because Mr. Manro gives you the test questions before the test.
Mm-hmm.
Because as long as you know it, it's fine." Hey, nice wing check. This is not the feminist weeaboo party, but
I'm
it
not a
is
feminist.
definitely the weeaboo party. I consider myself a feminist.
I'm an equalist.
Don't be an asshole.
Yeah.
Period.
Nice
What?
There
non-controversial opinion.
you go.
Yeah, and I
Did
will
you
say,
guys miss when I made
I'll
the
say,
really
fuck
shitty-
men.
Mm-hmm.
They're all bullshit and they all know it.
Don't be my first 3 rules. Don't be a dick. Don't be a dick. Don't be a dick.
But
4th
also,
rule, unless you like the dick.
but then the 4th rule is then have a dick, so you can do stuff because everyone knows that people without him can't do anything.
Voting? What?
What? Mystery.
Keep going.
So
Curtis, you and Manro.
Yeah, so
lovingly
Curtis is
caressing each
total
other.
ass. Just like basically sat down with this dude. He like brought his Willy backpack in. He like straightened his tie and was like, "You know what, guys? But guys, I mean, you know what, Getch? I don't need this. I'm gonna do fine." And I was like, "All right, Curtis, good luck, dude." Walked out of the room, and he keep in mind this teacher gives you the test before you take it. Like you've really got no excuse.
Yeah.
Walked out of the room, whatever. Come back, he gets like a 5 out of like 100.
Billion. Oh shit.
Like
How?
he managed to miss so much that like the teacher, like Mr. Manor came to me and was like, "Are you sure? Are you sure that you helped him?" And I'm like, he walked in and said, "I don't need it," and I was like, "All right, cool."
You're just like, I tried.
Not
my
his
best.
mom.
I tried so hard and got so far. In the end, it didn't even
No,
matter.
I didn't even get that far.
No,
'Cause
I
it
did-
doesn't matter. It does. I don't care. Like if this dude wants to go like be a pompous asshole, that's fine. That's his deal.
I did in fact say unless you like the dick.
Mm-hmm.
Heart to dick. Ooh.
Locke does enjoy
Quote it,
the
quote
good dicking.
Quote it.
Yo, hit those quote buttons,
It's
boys.
kind of weird when you think about it. Like you're basically like, here, this is what you got to do for this, and he wouldn't even do that.
Pretty much, yeah.
Because his parents were gonna take care of it.
Because his parents were gonna take care of it or some bullshit.
I know
Either
kids
way,
like that.
the guy. So not only was the guy fucking stupid as shit, he was also just like, God is going to fix
Oh,
abortion. Like the kind of human who just makes you hate religious people.
Yes.
The disclaimer: we are not against religion.
Oh yeah. Disclaimer.
Fuck you
We're just
guys.
Catholic.
I'm a feminist, but I hate white people.
I'm agnostic.
I also hate God. What's more? I need more.
Oh, I should probably put in another disclaimer.
Harambe was wrong.
Do
Like
you need like
Oh.
how to be a feminist starter
when you
pack?
about to
I do.
nut and your girls say that the zookeeper was right to shoot Harambe.
thanks for that. Yeah.
They'll only make the orgasm better.
I need more booze after this.
A lot more.
But yeah, so I mean, it's just one of those situations where like someone obviously doesn't want help and
Yeah.
whatever.
But
I don't know.
I mean, I guess if their parents were like loaded enough.
No, like that. I'm sure fucking Curtis is somewhere in the middle of of TJ just
Harambe
sucking
was
dick.
wrong, the school floor.
Just sucking dick. What the fuck? Hey, white people also hate God. Harambe was wrong. Let's go for shit. We're sorry. Come back. Don't leave us.
Fuck you. You want to leave because I said I hate white people? Go. I don't even.
I
need
remember
you.
a
But
guy
I've known
wearing
the
suits
opposite
all
of
the
that. I
time.
knew a
Was
guy
he
who
black?
really rich.
He was black. Yes.
Oh, dude, I
Don't
do
do
probably
not
remember
shit
him.
talk Harambe.
Clearly, I like it. It's not the white thing.
My dick's out.
It's
My
not
dick.
the-
I gotta get my dick out.
Pull it out.
No,
Do it.
No, Locke, you should have been here yesterday when they were playing Quiplash.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
Lord.
shit got fresh.
Yeah, she got.
Let me
Tired
just
and
say, my
terrible.
grandmother's cut box was mentioned at one point. It got kind of out of hand.
Harambe was a legend.
There was a time. So Brian was on the podcast earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Someone literally like brought up Brian's sister, like Googled our names, found Brian's sister, and was like, "Yeah." And then Brian fucked his sister,
And just like
and
weird
like used the name, like
information.
just a weird amount of detail, which is fine, I guess. Sorry, Rosa. We definitely played Quiplash yesterday,
It was like
but it was late.
12.
Yeah. So what we wound up doing. So typically,
Technically a guest.
yeah.
You want to add me? I'm cool.
Nah, we'll see. We'll see.
I mean,
I
it
gotta
only
prove
took
myself.
me 2 weeks. He said it was
Yeah.
gonna take like 3 months.
Oh.
What a fucking sellout.
I know.
What a sellout. What the
But
hell?
also, like, you've become one of the most useful people in the whole Skill Floor group. Like, there are people who I added, like, this guy's gonna be great. Never hasn't done shit. Like, literally has not
Brian.
commented or messaged in a single thing. Yeah, fuck that Brian guy. But
Hey, he bought pizza. That's a thing.
I agree with that. Pizza's great. Pizza's a good
I
bonus.
bought alcohol.
I also
given you
yeah,
ideas.
yes, I know. Oh, you
I'm
guys are lovely.
hilarious.
Okay, well, let's not get crazy now. You get a little too cocky. Eventually, things are gonna break down in this
export
studio.
all the work you need to my friend Eva, so Inez is just no longer needed.
Dude, do you want to override Aeneas? He's getting a little antsy. Aeneas wants a real job. Yeah,
No, but I'm technically not a member. I'm just a guest today.
yeah.
I just help out. if I
For
can.
the people who are new here, we are the Skill Floor, an amateur collective of content creators. We do like streams and stuff. We make YouTube videos or whatever.
I'm
I'm
usually
sure you've
in
heard this
chat.
all before. Yeah, this is the Mad Cat who usually comes to our streams. And we've decided to have her on the podcast
'Cause
today.
I'm hilarious.
Yeah, but what we used to do, and why Rosalina is freaking the fuck out right now in chat, is we used to go straight
Oh,
from
Travis is here.
Hey Afro, we used to go straight from the podcast to the late night stream.
Mm-hmm.
But this week we moved the late night stream to Friday nights.
So,
So
this is now just really long podcast.
yeah, so now this is just a really long podcast. We're gonna fold. We've got the night to like hang out and do good shit.
As
so
in get drunk.
yeah,
And
probably.
Watch anime.
My
I'm
cup
probably
is.
gonna violate
dis-
Niz.
You say it so happily.
He likes when I scratch his head.
Fair play, fair play.
He didn't hear that.
Major Juju.
Didn't
For
hear
people
that.
who are new here, we hate white people and God and Harambe.
Don't talk shit about Harambe.
We're literally the least American
So I
stream
went to
of
the
all
restroom
of
and
the
pulled my
streams.
dick out
Sherlock
just for
agrees.
Harambe.
Eva, my friend Eva, could totally put you out of the job
Why?
because she's a better editor.
Oh shit, dude.
Oh, Lord.
You
And
seen
hey,
some
she's
of
getting
her work?
undercut. She also happens to live in India, so we just outsource it.
Dude, our
Technically
outsourcing.
outside Fresno, so we'll leave it there.
I agree with that, Rosalina. I agree that our late night streams discriminate against the East Coasters. But what are we gonna do? Not a
Call
single
up
one
West
of us.
Coasters.
Koval.
West Coast.
We can call up Jeffrey Koval.
Nope, not doing it. I don't want to call anyone. I don't want to do anything. I just
Oh.
want to sit here and talk bullshit about hating white people and Harambe and God.
I used to
That's
like,
code number 2 for you, fucking Major Juju. You got 2 now. Deal with it.
I actually we used to tiny chat all the time, like all of us together in the Slenderverse community. So one day I wasn't even on tiny chat, like I was just sort of bumming around, and I get a phone call, and it's my friend Chris, and I answer the phone. Chris is smashed out of his mind. Like I immediately, when I first pick up the phone, he's just like, "Cat," because they call me Mad Cat. That's fine. He's just like, "Cat." I'm like, "What's going on, buddy?" He's like, "I saved a cricket." I'm like, "Okay, why did you save a
Good
cricket?"
reason to call someone all
He's
the
like-
way from across
He
the
wanted me to
country.
reassure him that he did the right thing about saving the cricket. And I was like, "This is the best. This is the best." I should call Jeff. He's probably asleep.
Don't call Jeff.
He's probably
I can't
asleep.
read. I can't read that.
The boy probably
That's why I
has
have the
work
computer
in the
open in
morning.
front of me.
Can you read that?
No, I've got the computer open.
I know, but can you read that?
I can read that.
I can't.
I have glasses.
I can't.
That's what the glasses are for.
I can't.
Clearly, your hawkish and prudent nature has allowed you to see whatever's going on
Let
on
me
the
just-
fucking
I
screen.
take this off, I
white
can't see a
privilege.
thing.
Ah, jeez.
I literally, if I take this off, it just looks like one big blur.
Shit,
try
dude.
my- you
It's
wanna
just,
try my
it's just,
glasses?
it's just commie shit talking now going on in chat.
See how bad it is.
Which, to be fair, like I love. That's cool. I actually went to college on the East Coast, which is why I know Raza.
Nope. Worse. It's about the same. Jesus. I need glasses, man.
Get glasses.
They're pretty cheap.
You have healthcare.
I think.
Like, you have healthcare, I think.
I
You're
can't.
so fuck.
Colorblind. I can't see from far away. Shit.
Everything's bullshit in this podcast.
I'm surprised Brian's not back yet.
Yeah. Whatever.
He's
I'm
getting.
pretty sure he's
getting.
dead now.
We've lost him forever.
Did
getting
he turn off
fiddled.
his mic?
No, I'm pretty sure it's still on.
No.
But what is it gonna pick up? It's gonna pick up like the lights
light.
or whatever.
I like how he always comes into the podcast like, "I'm totally a member, guys. I gotta go."
Yeah.
This happens every
he's got
week.
to pick up his girlfriend.
I mean, that's totally cool, but it happens.
Dude's
every
got
week.
priorities. He didn't just quit his
Hello,
job.
my fave OT
Look, if he doesn't
boys.
pick up with his
You
girlfriend,
need Teddy.
he doesn't get a pegging.
Everybody's coming on late tonight.
Oh, wait, everyone's going. Yeah. So here's what I found. Based off of when we've done the podcast, if we do the podcast early, nobody cares. We do the podcast late, everyone fucking shows up. We get
Yeah.
like 15, 16 people.
That's interesting.
And we love it.
Yeah.
And they love
love
it.
Which is
you
great.
all.
Yeah.
Well, they love you all, and I love you all.
Oh, Major Juju is obviously quite angry that, I'm talking shit about the East Coast, and I said I hate white people and Harambe and
They're
God.
pieces
The
of
place
shit.
looks
I'm kidding.
amazing.
Yeah. I don't know.
I fixed that. It broke.
It's down again, sort of.
Oh, I just fixed it.
Kind of flopping. It's fine.
We'll kiss it. Make it not floppy.
It'll survive.
Yeah, so maybe this is a bit of, actually, no, you guys keep going the conversation. I gotta ask Rosalina how odd even was.
You gotta
What
learn
the
how to
fuck?
stroke it, my man.
Stroke what?
Stroke it. You gotta make it happy again. It's too floppy.
Oh, I know. I'm having problems. Not even the pill helps. Ugh.
Not even the pillow.
Even though my hands are soft, I
I mean,
can't.
there's
I
like,
can't.
let me touch your hands. Let me touch your hands. Holy shit!
They're not rough. My mom has rougher hands than
Do you
me.
sleep in like gloves full of lotion?
No, I had a friend whose
Senor Roach
his
finally.
fucking knuckles were so rough. I'm like, geez, who
Didn't Brian kill Senior Roach?
multiple?
He did, yeah.
What?
Dude, Brian, like I think it was yesterday during the late night stream, Brian would see a cockroach in the
Like,
kitchen
jump
and just
off.
like jump off and go fuck it. By the way, I want to say we keep this place clean as shit. Like
do.
we do the trash clean out
I
like
once
every
slept
single
here.
day.
I can,
And yet we still have cockroaches. We put traps down. We've done everything in our power
Put
to get
signs
rid of
out like,
cockroaches.
no
If you have a
soliciting.
secret to getting rid of cockroaches, I would love to know.
Get a cat. Except getting a cat.
I had a thought and it just left me. I think the
It
alcohol.
happens with alcohol, yeah.
Alcohol's starting. I've had. How many have I had?
2.
Don't
No,
say it out
more
loud.
than
Twitch
that.
bans alcohol talk.
More than that.
Bullshit,
I've had,
no.
Definitely had more than
Mango's
that.
always drinking on his
I want
fucking
to say.
stream.
I want to
That's
say
true.
4. I've had 4. I want to say 4.
He takes off his fucking shirt. And one's ripped.
Major Juju is just collecting list against me.
If you post these to Imgur, can you like make it really super nice and maybe we'll get more followers for these boys?
We
I've
don't-
tried to hoard
We
them
don't deserve
everywhere.
it. We literally just said we hate God, white people, and Harambe. Like,
everything
I think
Reddit loves.
I think the internet is against us at this point.
We fucked up.
Well, I mean,
Is it worse with the Fine Brothers? Are we worse than
if
them?
you give me some footage, I'll
absolutely.
edit down just everything from Hard for Brian.
You'll cut all the bullshit out of the podcast. You'll have nothing left.
No,
There'll be literally
just
nothing.
give me footage from last night, and I'll just cut everything together from Hard for Brian, and we'll just make a nice collection.
My neck.
My back.
It seems like
shoulders.
fuck you,
What?
my booty and my crack. It seems like all the places here have cockroaches, so it's just gonna
Oh,
be like what we
oh.
deal with. Like our neighbors have them, we can't get rid of them. It's just gonna be part of our lives.
When I used
Until we
to
get a
live
better
down
place.
here, I had like 3 palm trees in my backyard.
Yeah.
Cockroaches all the
Ah,
time.
shit. That doesn't happen in my. That didn't never happen in my house in Mexico. We had a couple of palm trees and like fig trees and olive
the thing
trees.
is, we also got pigeons.
It was filled to the brim
Yeah,
with
I-
fucking
We can't
pigeons.
figure it out. Like,
And even then,
that's the only thing I can think of where the roaches would be coming from. Because while we did have like a pantry, no open food went there. It was all like canned, so there was nothing they could be snacking on. So that's the only thing I could think of that they were coming from, was just like either the palm trees or there was like a sewer right there. What's this? You've angered the internet. Get ready for the shitstorm. BTW, I have a friend who's an assassin for the army. He'll totally hunt you down. He's got like a 6-0 KDR in the
It's
army.
69-0.
I'd look like 60 here. He's legit. Listen here. Are you talking shit to me, little bitch? What was that meme?
Oh yeah, are you
The-
talking down to me?
no.
I've got over 100
no,
confirmed.
that's the
Teddy, I don't
Navy
technically
SEAL.
live here anymore. I live like 20,
Copy
30
pasta.
minutes away.
Yeah, whatever.
which is far.
Doesn't actually matter.
What?
Like, okay, skill floor. I always say we're a San Diego thing. San Diego includes your area. You're in San Diego.
Oh, so I'm involved? Huh. Am
No
I
one said
in?
anything here.
Somebody
No
pressure
confirmation
him.
has been
Somebody pressure
confirmed.
him. Lock, you can do it. I believe in you.
Hey, Sojourner Burns, you want to be part of the skill floor?
I don't know if you're worse
Just
than
tossing
the Fine
invites
Bros.
for everyone else.
yo, you want to join the skill floor show to this location this time? We got recruiting parties everywhere.
As soon as they turn off the camera, I'm gonna have to do something very nasty. They're gonna put stuff together in a cup, and I'm gonna have to drink it. And that's
Nish,
how
you
you
wanna
join
beat
the
the shit
Begin
out
the
of her.
hazing. So
We just give her a strap-ons like here. Haste us.
Oh, should I go grab mine?
no.
Winking with the other eye.
It's not scary. I'll put
Yes.
a happy face on it.
One of the big things. So I guess this is a nice suave transition. One of the big things that goes on at Wells, my old college.
I thought you meant like Wells Fargo.
No. So
Other than fraud?
our
Go.
school was founded by the guy who made Wells Fargo.
Okay,
we're
keep
turning
going.
into NWO when they went Hollywood. Things always get weird. Oh, I'm sorry. Am I not good enough for you, Teddy?
No, Mutiny Teddy, don't worry. We're still a very restrictive club. I
Yep.
promise you. It's
Mostly
weird.
I'm
Only
hanging
in the
out with
finest.
friends, bro.
Yeah. Well,
I like friends.
we let an Aeneas, so maybe not. But we try our best. I think specifically for me, what it comes down to is every time I let somebody in,
Delicious people.
I'm eventually going to have to pay that person.
Don't have to.
That's what it boils down to.
Yeah, like at the
How
end of
little
like,
can I pay this guy
Yeah.
by the amount of work
I've already
he's doing?
told you my price.
Did you?
He owes me
Oh,
twice
yeah.
now.
Oh,
He
shit.
owes me twice the amount now.
It's like Arizona iced tea or something.
Arizona plus head scratches.
Oh, fair play. Fair play. But what it comes down... Man, you're being kept against your will. Blink twice. I won't do anything.
Like,
That's really
very many
harsh.
times an
Oh, it's not there. The help sign's not there anymore.
It's not.
It
no.
just says content.
Yeah, whatever. They can't even see it. The light's too strong in that particular location.
Oh,
That's right.
Well, technically, I would have met them if Travis was better about introducing people.
But I also didn't talk... So I went to college in New York. Didn't talk to Travis for like 5 years.
No.
And
'Cause they're
I
shit
actually
friends.
just barely met Aeneas. Like me and Aeneas have been talking now, or have been friends now for like...
And yet you're shit talking
Mar-
each
no,
other like you've known
Mother's
each other
Day.
for
May?
years.
Yeah, back in May.
May.
Yeah.
So I can't count months.
And I wasn't even gonna I wasn't even gonna let
May,
Aeneas into the
July.
group. I was like, Aeneas,
June.
I'll give you $50. You help me set up my room for streaming. We'll
Get
be
the
good.
Fuck out.
Yeah, get the fuck
Get
out.
the
You're not
fuck
part
out.
of the group. And now Aeneas is here now.
I love
'Cause
you,
I'm funny.
Trav.
Or something.
Yeah. And now look where we are. Look
So you
what's
need a
happening.
I
Mexican.
said you don't have to pay me much.
That's true.
He doesn't pay anyone.
It's true. I paid Danny like twice.
Yeah, yeah. That's it.
But mine is just so much easier to give out.
It's true.
It's
Yeah.
just he
Arizona's
just
like a
refused
buck.
to pay.
You're a monster.
I'm not paying.
So what it comes down to is like if I let someone in the group, I say to myself, I'm eventually going to have to pay this person.
Oh.
Do I think the service that they give are worth it?
I can't reach.
I ain't nobody's slut, Mutiny Teddy. I do what I want, when I want, to who I want,
We went
as
on an
long as that
adventure
person's a
earlier.
consenting adult. Well, maybe.
He's HR.
I'm also the HR department apparently,
He's
which is
HRC.
even more horrifying, I guess, in the grand scheme of things. But whatever.
So you think, okay, I gotta pay this person. What are they doing? Who are they?
Yeah,
I
like
can
what do they bring to
understand
the
that.
group? Like what are their skills? What do they offer? Like for Brian, like Brian has 3D graphic talent, and that's something
And
that I'm very
Photoshop,
interested
'cause
in.
it's
And he's
really good.
Photoshop. Yeah, he is pretty good. The other thing is like Aeneas edits our videos. That's important to me.
Animations.
So what it comes down to is, are you someone that I like?
Aw,
If so,
that's
great.
That's immediate no.
And do you have a skill that we immediately need? Because when we start, if we start making some amount of money, we need to be able to, like, I need to be able to figure out, like, oh, who's gonna get paid what.
Mhm.
And right now in our Slack group, like, we have a lot of people who just don't do anything, and so I'm waiting for those numbers to fall down before I decide. All right, now we're gonna introduce other people.
it's gonna be
So that's
you,
what's happening.
Brian, me, maybe Phil,
A little bit of
Spec.
spec.
and then Daniela. Because all right,
Yeah.
I like
that's
her.
it.
She's cool.
Yeah, Danny's quaint. I love
Yeah.
her. She's just so like,
Rad.
yeah, she's up to it.
Radical.
She's ready to go.
I don't want to say she's the best lesbian I've ever met because I've met a lot of lesbians.
She's up
cool.
there.
I mean, Locke's a pretty big lesbian. I'm a level 5 thief with +3 luck.
Maybe when you hit level 6, I'll think about it. But
Level
right now,
6?
we're all hopping around level 7, so you got to catch up. Sonic style.
Nerd.
Just because you don't use my
You're too
unboxed
slow.
photoshops doesn't mean I don't count. Oh, is Rosa, is that Danny?
No, Rosalina is one of the New York crew.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. No, so here's the deal, Rosalina. We're deciding what we want to do with Unboxed.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so
Oh.
what we think we're going to do with Unboxed and end up doing with Unboxed.
And it's a Sen Papi though.
Oh, yeah.
What I think is going to end up
69. Get good,
What-
scrub.
with Unboxed, which is, by the way, Unboxed is our board game stream on Wednesdays. what I think is going to end up happening is that we're going to end up, if we ever do a Patreon, we're going to release Unboxed for VODs. So people can go back and like watch it that way. So they'd have to give like $1 to get the unboxed episodes. But because the way that like watching people play board games is not fun unless there's a lot of editing that goes into it. And the amount of editing that we would need to put into it just is not worth editing, and art, I have to add, like, is not worth just putting it up on YouTube unless we've got some kind of like kickback for it, essentially.
I actually had an idea for that if you're interested.
Yeah, we could talk about it after.
Yeah. Just, if I don't tell you now, I'm going to forget about it again.
Okay, go for it.
Oh, no. I just meant, like, if I don't tell you
Oh,
I had
yeah,
an idea,
yeah.
you can remind me.
Sure. So what it comes down to is like for Unbox to be worth doing, Patreon, which is something that we're definitely looking at doing in the near future. Right now, like this is totally like
For
this.
funsies.
Yeah, this is for fun for us. We might do it. Like all of us have jobs that we cater to and do. So whatever. We're not as much as your donation helps. I can't say like we need your money right now. So.
I mean,
not
someone
desperate.
just dropped down
Yeah.
a lot of
As
money
of
and
yet.
another keyboard. Yes, we unboxed a pizza tonight.
If you get famous, I'm out of here.
Aw,
Muni
Teddy.
Teddy, but
What
then
the
you get to
fuck?
say you were here from the beginning.
We'll mod
get
you, mate.
So much kudo.
We'll mod you.
Yeah, we'll give you the mod privileges. That doesn't mean anything.
Locke says that tabletop gaming streams have been getting more traction lately. I can't imagine board games being much worse.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
But
We
like
do.
watching it live is one thing, and then watching it on YouTube, if there's
Yeah,
just
I think,
nothing
like, people-
to add for it.
I love our live board game streams because they're always fun.
When they're
I will say that.
chaos.
Yeah, I will say that going back and watching them probably not the best.
Being there
what.
for them.
Yeah, being there for them, I think really makes it. Like Escape was awesome.
Yeah.
Like when we did it. But like if I go back and watch it, I'm sure I'm going to be like, no one has any. I can understand why no one has any idea
Yeah.
what's going on.
Yep.
But when we were doing it, like board games, the community manager showed up, and we had one of the Twitch community admins
That was
also
cool.
show up, which was great.
Stripping of all my power here.
Rosalina, if you really, 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 really want to do thumbnails that get like used commonly, do the podcast thumbnails, which is something that we've talked about.
Send them to me,
Yeah, and then send them to Aeneas, which is something we can talk about in the Slack.
because I edit a lot. Can't see.
There's
What's
a
that?
new sheriff in town.
Oh, Mutiny Teddy's taking the spotto.
Oh, you're just gonna turn
The
all
flames,
of
the
your...
flames have caught. The flames have caught. Long. Oh, the king is dead. Long live the king.
What? But the king is dead. Long live the king.
Yeah.
Are we gonna shove you off a cliff now?
I guess we have to.
Come here, Inez.
Am I being replaced as an editor?
I don't know. Maybe.
That was just a
Sure.
joke.
I don't know.
Eva has too much to deal with. She couldn't take your job.
Fair play.
Fair play.
But yeah. So if you guys are interested in Unboxed, we do that on Wednesdays.
Oh, I'm actually working on something for that for you. My homework. I'm taking my Jenga tower and I'm putting dares on it for you.
Oh boy, drinks.
Since
Mm.
I'm
Other stuff maybe.
Every
Deep
single one is just
if you
diddle.
have ideas, give
Diddle.
me because I can just.
But for
I-
differing
so many
amounts of
blocks.
time.
But the thing is, I'm probably gonna start working Wednesdays or Tuesdays, so I'm not gonna have or working late Wednesday. Something came up on my my normal work schedule.
Yeah, and so Sojourner Born just said something really important, which is as long as you enjoy it, I promise someone will watch. And that's so true. It's like as long as whatever we're doing is fun, it doesn't even matter. Because we're having fun with it, and like we said, like we all
Yes.
have jobs.
Ye-
We all communally pitch in for the studio and put effort into making this happen for us because we enjoy it. Like at the end of the
Lots of
day, what it
hours
comes
from
down to
everything.
is it's fun. Also, that's true, Quaker G. That's very, very
An
true.
American
What?
dollar.
Yeah, an American dollar goes a long way in TJ.
Oh yeah, it's like 20 pesos now.
It's
Which is li-
ridiculous.
Which is about a full meal.
It's ridiculous.
I'm pretty sure it's about a full meal. You can get a taco or two tacos and a
It's
soda.
nuts. Although I'm sure like a lot of the like taco places close to the border are going to like push up their prices just that much.
Slightly.
Swinging
still,
back
they're pretty
around, that
fucking
gives
good.
me a question though. Do you think there's oversaturation in this medium?
For like Twitch?
Anything, even like Twitch, YouTube. Do you think?
Well,
Yes.
absolutely. Yeah,
Yes.
definitely. Because what it comes down to is everyone can do stuff. Like everyone can make content.
Yeah.
And it doesn't need to be good. It doesn't need to be anything, but they can just put it up. And that obviously is going to create a lot of pressure for this like economy. Like while anyone can subscribe to as many channels as they want, like subscription has real value. Like I use my subscriptions because that's the stuff that I want to watch and that I care about, and all of it filters through my subscriptions. Like if I just subscribe to everything, it doesn't even matter. Like what I'm doing that.
Then you got like actual Twitch subscriptions. Like I give money to Womble every month.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
Or Patreon.
Oh yeah, he does Patreon.
Same thing.
It's a little more expensive. You do get more rewards that way, but like I can afford a Twitch subscription every month, and I'm just like I'm supporting this dude. I like this dude, that sort of thing. So even if it's like you're not getting as many rewards as you can for Patreon, at least with Twitch, you're just like I'm helping support. This.
And like there are other advantages to subscribing on Twitch as well. But you know, there is absolute like saturation in this kind of thing, but I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. I do think that brings up the discussion like
Dysentery.
Great. That does bring up the discussion like, okay, like why are people doing this? Are a lot of people just trying to get like the easy way out? Like do people just want easy money? And you know, for me, like Twitch and YouTube and stuff is sort of like a lifetime thing. Like I think this is going to be something that I'm going to be involved with for a very long time, like regardless of however the Scoflor goes. But I will say that I also pour a lot of effort into it, and I'm constant like I didn't know anything about filming or recording before this, but now I feel like I've got a pretty good grasp on it, even if I'm no expert, but at least I know enough to be dangerous.
Let's get dangerous.
Yeah, you know exactly. And that came as a direct result of this, and I think a lot of people just want to jump in and do whatever.
The thing happened with like the Slender series. We had the main one. We had Marble Hornets, and then we had the other big three: Everman Hybrid, Tribe 12, some of the gold tier like Stan Frederick, yada yada yada, all the other ones. It's what happened? Did we miss something?
No, keep going.
Okay. Well, and then we just had like this explosion of like kids deciding I can do this too. I can have a camera. I can do found footage series. That
It's
happened.
like acting.
Yeah.
Everyone thinks they can act, but they can't.
The thing is, like,
not.
I'm very aware that my series was absolute shit. I'm very surprised I have fans of that series.
Yeah.
I love them to pieces. But I think I learned a lot just from like everything I learned there. I didn't really have interest in filming before then, but then it was like, I have ideas now. I have a camera. Let's try to do this. Now I'm trying to rework these ideas into something into with the knowledge I've learned, and I'm having help from some people who legitimately they're going to college for this. So you just get help with people who know what they're doing. You're learning more as you're doing it, and it just gets better if you yourself enjoy it. I don't try to make that series a job in a way, because I tend to hate any work. So
Yeah.
in a way. Like, I still love filming. I think I could potentially make that a job. Welcome back, my friend.
Smooth transition.
How
I'm
many-
just gonna cut you
Hang
on
on.
the podcast.
Let's give it a timer. How many years late are we? We're 2 hours 46 minutes in.
How many spankings is that?
It's like 7.5 pegging.
Yeah.
Pegs?
Peggings?
Full
Peggings.
pegs? I'll go
Yeah.
get my strap on.
Hot.
No, so I think I could potentially turn stuff like this into a job, like a career.
Yeah, no.
But for now,
Oh,
keeping
yeah.
it as a hobby is
Absolutely.
super fun for me.
At the end of the day, yeah, that too.
That
I think
that's what I walked in on. That's what I am understanding is.
we're gonna get
good
some.
career
We're all gonna
choice.
get some. I think that's what at the end of the day.
Look, we crossed over though. I can't hate your series.
I think that's what the internet and YouTube allowed
I thought it was
for
good.
everyone. Just
Okay.
having something like
So
this.
Mutiny Teddy literally says you can smell you having sex from here. Did you or did you not have sex before coming back? Was there any diddling? Not a
Are
single
you
diddle?
okay?
What?
You look sad.
No, sorry. No, I got really tired. I didn't get very good sleep last night.
Okay.
Just cause when I woke up today, the first thing I saw was my cat had floss out of his butt to take him to the
We
The
should've
vet
made-
this
we should've
morning,
made
yeah.
that
Got
secret
floss? He ate floss?
What, diddle or
floss?
pegging?
Ouch,
Yeah.
man.
Today's taboo word is pegging.
Oh.
Mm.
Word. If we made a diddle, I would have immediately made everybody drink like 40 times.
Oh, yeah,
by
for
now.
sure.
It's my favorite word.
Diddle. Last time was syrup.
It was always like diddle hands.
Diddle him.
So what was the job?
Oh no, I was just talking about how like I made very shitty Slender series, and it wasn't something I thought of as like a job at first. It was just something I sort of learned more about, got super interested. I can potentially see it being a career for me later on. But for now, if I keep that as a like hobby level, I don't have to worry about it. Just
Doing what?
I make horror vlog.
Oh, got it. Cool.
Just
Yeah.
like any
Rad.
filming aspect. I've had ideas for like other things besides that. Tired because of diddling.
Well, that's the thing. That's what YouTube empowers is creativity. But that doesn't necessarily mean that everyone is going to want to take advantage of that.
Wow.
Did you hear the beginning of that conversation, Teddy? Were you here for that?
What's going on? I can't read chat.
I don't
It's
know. I
far
think I've
away.
lost control.
said-
Do you
I'm
want?
super
Sorry,
fucking
it
blind.
must
I'll
have
get my
been the
phone right
cat
now. It's
Okay.
having
charging.
Sex with the floss on him.
There you go.
Oh,
Easy.
Lord. Brian, what are you doing with the animals?
Easy.
Come on. Are you
No, I
dealing with
just,
them?
I just like that line about the way I'm holding my cup is apparently the way 007 holds
Hold
his cup
After sex. Yeah,
How?
look, he's got the claw going on at the base of the cup, the same way he held her buttock. He's remembering the grasp that he had upon that flabby behind.
Flabby
As this camera
behind.
turns off, everybody gets diddled. Everybody gets diddled.
You get diddled. You get diddled. You get diddled. I get diddled by diddler.
He got diddled already.
Did he?
Fell
you
asleep
just
on him.
weren't
That's
looking.
diddled.
You ain't looking.
Well, to his sister, everything's diddling.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I touched his
He
hand
goes into
earlier.
the DMV. He like goes to like slide his paper across the desk.
Bumps like
And
wrists.
the lady's like, "Do you want to borrow a pen?" His sister walks in like, "Whoa! Are
There
you
you go.
sure you want to be taking that pen in
He like
hands?"
goes through like airport security. And
She's a
just like,
TSA?
no.
She's
Whoa,
the
no,
TSA
no, no, no,
agent.
no, no, no. All right, Nance, I'm gonna have to scan you now. I honestly do think that Brian is probably the most attractive person, like in the skill floor. I mean, if we compare,
Look at him. Look at him.
I mean, it's true. I mean, just like as far as like generic features go, Brian.
Generic features.
Yeah. Well,
Generic
like
guy
normal,
number one,
generic-
generic guy number
Generic
two.
NPC features, just no.
like attractiveness is never like a function of uniqueness. Sometimes it is. Like I guess with like Benedict Cumberbatch, the reason why he is attractive is because he looks like someone fucked a lizard. But like,
Is that what they
No,
made
no,
him play
His name is
Smog?
Bendy Toots.
Oh, yeah,
Bendy
for sure.
Toots Cucumber.
oh, gross.
Cumber snatch.
But
God,
I will say
fuck.
that like as far as approachable features go, Brian definitely has the most of them.
He does
Like,
have a nice smile. For
I
sure.
have a very Mongolian brow, and you know,
It's the beard, though.
Mongolian
The
food is
beard
one of my
what's
favorite, though.
attractive.
oh baby.
It's true. The beard's pretty rocking.
I could give compliments about everybody here, but I would need more booze first, because otherwise the anxiety would just be like, "Stop, please."
Fair
What are
play,
you
fair
doing?
play.
You're making it awkward. You're killing the show. What's happening?
God damn it! What's going on? What's happening? Yeah, but
What were we talking about?
I don't even
YouTube.
remember.
YouTube.
YouTube, yeah.
We're talking about
It's a window for
oversaturation.
creativity.
So everyone has a
Bob
license
says
to
you're
be creative,
attractive,
but
my
not
man.
necessarily everyone's going to take advantage of that.
Or
Like
be
the num-
Thank
successful with
I
it.
much
Yeah.
appreciate your.
I think success is honestly a function of consistency. Like if you make bullshit, but you make bullshit every single day, eventually you'll get something.
Well, that's because you turn into the bullshit guy
Yeah,
or the
Yeah,
bullshit.
people
crew.
will
Frank,
know
you
you.
turned into Filthy Frank.
but that's
Oh my god.
fine.
Fuck, shit.
Like there's
There wasn't a qualifier to it. I'm just saying, you know, consistency breeds.
What was the guy we were watching?
Ashens.
Ashens. 2 hands. Eating shit.
On
opening
a couch.
shit.
On a couch.
Just 2 hands.
Well, the dude does have a degree though. Like he's
In opening
incredibly
shit?
smart. Okay, so this guy I watch on YouTube, his name is Ashens. What he does is just has a camera on his couch. He buys stuff from Poundland, that's just their Dollar Tree. He reviews it.
Okay,
He reviews-
Poundland sounds like somewhere I would not.
How
It's
many?
the version of the Dollar Tree.
oh, I can't wait to pound your land, baby.
No, he gets stuff like sent in to him
Thanks,
from like,
man.
our Dollar Tree.
Yeah.
We watched him open a bottle of 130-year-old olives.
I need a gimmick rap. No, I
he
can
ate
beatbox
some
for
18
Getch, but he's the rap. Sorry, please continue.
No, sorry, it's okay.
I can do poems, but I need time. Those take me time to write up.
You wanna
Also
rap for
tears.
us, Getch?
Lots of
You ready?
tears.
You're all fucking white as shit.
Well,
My name is Mr. Wilson, and I'm here to say,
Jesus.
you want to go to Poundland?
Take me to the
No. So this guy, like, all he does, even though he
which
actually,
one? I've got like 3. One's my wallet, one's my phone,
What?
and one's obviously
Okay.
my job.
Oh,
Could you grab me,
Me too.
another one?
hand me one. Getch. Look at the bulge in Brian's pocket. It's not actually something in its
So
pocket.
this dude, he
It's
just
actually-
does like
it's actually his
technology stuff. He does like a multitude of things. They're all great, simply because he himself is naturally a comedian. And so you just gotta have that personality, I think, for YouTube itself. That's how like people like Markiplier get so big.
Look at PewDiePie.
PewDiePie got.
But he's
huge.
actually PewDiePie is actually funny.
Is
Some
he?
of the stuff I've
When
seen
he's not doing his normal gameplay videos, I enjoy him. Also, Markiplier, when he's not doing gameplay videos,
you're right.
I enjoy them.
I guess-
They're okay dudes. Like I would hang out with them because they're funny.
Right. No. Okay. Yeah. I guess it's true. The videos I've seen of PewDiePie where he's not doing gameplay, where it's,
Just
I think I've seen like maybe 3, and one of them was he was reading mean comments, and I thought that was funny because he's got like this European sarcasm going on. And it was funny.
With
yeah.
build up and slow
Yeah,
jokes.
yeah,
Shit.
yeah. That was pretty
Slow
good.
cooking jokes.
And Markiplier, I would totally be friends with him because I feel like I would need to ask him for a hug when I need one.
He'll
He'd
give
just
you
hug
one.
me.
He would diddle you.
Yeah.
I used to watch. I know I didn't like used to keep up with him, but
WWE
there
Getchy?
was-
Wait,
Does
edgy?
anyone remember Shane Dawson?
I'm sorry.
Yes.
Freudian slip.
Like, do you remember how like quote unquote edgy that guy was? Didn't he like film his girlfriend having an epilepsy?
I have no idea. What was the other
Getch
guy's
is the
name?
best looking because your humor makes up for the Mongol brow.
He had a Nickelodeon show at one point.
Fred.
Fred.
Apparently his
Oh,
his new
gross.
channel is just all about him being gay.
Oh.
Wait, like
He didn't know.
He
He,
is, or because
he's
he's-
gay,
Jeez.
and so his overt persona
Give me-
is just like
give me your drink.
I'm a
Here.
homosexual.
Is it the same one? Here. It's the same one. I already opened it.
Thank you.
God, my hands are fucking frail.
Give me that laptop
Grab
back.
it. Grab
I
it
need
from
it.
my cock.
I can't.
Grasp it.
It's
I
too
will
hot.
say, just going
You
to
think
the
you'd have stronger
attractiveness
hands
thing,
during-
I think that
Huh?
we here
You
in
think
Skill
you'd have
Floor,
stronger hands
we're all
during-
attractive, but for
No.
different reasons.
I do,
know,
but I can't grab that. It just hurts.
Whenever
Fred
I've
would be
got
friends
like,
with Leafy.
when I've got, oh, gross. Heck no. No.
The
Fuck
first
that guy.
response.
Nope. Mm-mm. No thanks.
How old is that kid?
I want to say
19?
12. 12.
Shit.
He's 12.
He has a lot of. He probably has money.
Yeah, no, of course he does. Piece of shit.
Mm.
No,
Took
we're
a
all
lot of anger.
attractive, but for different reasons. When I clean my face and I'm actually trying, I look.
And so modest. Go ahead, keep going. Let the
is it?
masturbation continue.
No, because
Yeah?
there are times when I don't try, right?
Uh huh.
When
And that's when
when I
everyone
have a
else
beard,
shines.
I don't think I look super great. But when I shave my face, I'm definitely the young guy in the boy band that is Skill Floor. I'm the young one.
So
I'm the
before
jailbait.
I
before
can
you
see
went to go
Brian
talk
bullies
to
kids.
go talk to Amanda, like before you had ever said any words to her, did you shave like the day of?
No, because before we were going out, I remember hearing her say, "Yeah, I think beards are attractive," and that was the end.
You're just like, I need to grow a beard.
Yeah, I did. No,
You
from
grew a
that
beard on
day,
your
I
dick.
grew a beard.
You grow a beard on your
and
ass.
then 6 months ago, 4 months ago, I told her, "Hey, so would you really leave me if I shaved my beard?" And she said no, not convincingly enough. But I
Did she
attempted
call you
it,
gay?
and here we are.
Did she call you gay?
No,
Oh, okay.
Oh, fair
Did
play.
she leave you? Is
No.
that the end of the story?
no.
Did you die?
Internally. No. She liked my face for other reasons without the beard, which was nice.
I get like, I think I've told this story last time, but someone posted my picture to 4chan. I don't know who did it, and this was back when I was still jailbait, so it was just like, that's my picture. 7 out of 10. I was like, yeah, solid C+.
Nice.
C plus. Whoa. Let's not get too high and mighty here.
See.
Like,
7 is
Mad
C.
Doug, genuinely, the humor really is nice, right? Like, if I put myself in the shoes of someone who had to find you attractive, I could find several reasons.
Yeah, but the issue is that like I don't start off attractive. Like no one who comes up to me is gonna be like, that person, I would fuck that. Like I usually have to like charisma.
But that's the thing. If we're going straight for attractive, I would bang. Right? Okay. All of us have reasons why we wouldn't be the first to get banged. I'm talking about just being attractive. I'm talking about just
I have a
being
huge
like,
penis.
you know
it's
what?
kind of threatening
You're
at first.
You're a good-looking dude. You're a pretty suave, sexy man. You know.
Like if it was a woman,
Brian, you're a
and if
beautiful
I was
god,
trapped
shut
in a
up about
room
it.
and forced to have sex with you, I would say okay. I would be like, all right. I would say yes. I wouldn't be like, I wouldn't hide it and like block it from my memories. Be like, I don't want to remember this shit. I'll be like, yeah, I was forced to have sex with you too. It was okay.
When I first tuned in for your first stream, I was just
I
like,
cried,
wow,
whatever.
what a good-looking bunch of dudes.
Oh.
When I was whoring you guys out.
Was it just Brian though?
no.
Oh.
No, this is back when the first one was when I first became Bukake.
Right.
Mm.
That was
Oh,
one of
shit,
the Quiplash ones.
That's Quiplash.
Yeah.
I don't even remember why I showed up in the first place.
It's because Travis.
Oh yeah, because that
Travis
bitch
was on the
didn't
podcast with us that day, and you guys had
literally left.
literally just filmed
I was
something.
pissed off about that.
Travis is definitely. when he shows up, he increases like our hotness by a little bit at least.
Yeah, I don't know. So I always like to tell this. Like when me, Travis, and Jacob were friends. Jacob, who has never been on anything ever, but like me and Travis were friends. I was pretty thin. I was cool. I was the cool guy.
Radical.
And then I was
What
like
a
the
bra.
attractive one. And then none of us were attractive, but like I was the most
Yeah, yeah.
attractive. Travis got thin, hot, and swanky like within the same year.
Wow.
I swear to God,
Big
I don't know what
dick.
happened. I lost all power.
Big dick.
And
Biggest-
if you
obvious-
You just saw your
like-
penis
Obviously-
He
shrink.
started off with that trait.
They just saw his
Ob-
dick just shrink
obvi
in
the
size.
biggest D.
No, when I was whoring you guys around too, it was I remember certain comments, kind of yummy, good hair, nice face, beard, very cute.
Kinda yummy.
That's the only thing I got going from it. That's the only
You're-
thing anyone's
that-
ever said.
That and your massive, I would say, like Colossus of Rhodes-esque cock.
You were the first one I drew. Do you really think that? Like I would have drawn. Fuck
Well,
alcohol.
So understand,
big story about
understand though.
22.
Like I think that and I guess if we're going to get like very genuine and serious here, I do think that a function of my attractiveness or like
I was
quote
bitch.
unquote my attractiveness does not come from my like body type or facial structure
Dad bod.
or facial hair. Like I'm like a pudgy dude. At
thing
the end
is,
of the day,
the way you wear the pudge though isn't pudge in the sense of like say, when I say neck beard, do you imagine that pudge? Like, can you see that?
oh yeah, for sure.
You don't wear it like that. You
Okay.
have a
Yeah.
muscular build.
You know what it is? It's the fact that you've got the definition underneath it. It's the fact that you wear it like a suit of armor as opposed to
All I'm doing is preparing for an eventual stabbing. That's it. That's all this is about.
Plus,
You
as
get
we talked
one
about
stab.
this before, we just both chose Taco Bell.
Fair play. Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. There's a lot of I think there's
you own it. You swag it.
yeah,
You know?
but there's always going to be
Get up in the morning and you coat yourself.
in
Axe.
lard. Oh, wait. Okay,
Oh,
yeah, no,
shit.
different
Travis
place.
was like, I was a pretty hefty dude.
I mean, if we're talking about what you got going on downstairs, maybe. But I
Because
don't
we
know.
can't vouch.
I've only seen you twice, and you're a pretty good looking dude, Travis.
I've only seen it once in the Speedo, and that's it.
Travis, known you forever. You've always been a good-looking dude.
It's
my
true.
man.
Probably. I haven't known you that long, but
I've
yeah.
known
Days.
him for 10 years.
We had
He's known him since they were babes.
we had dinner once.
That was great.
That was great.
I was such a dweeb the whole time.
And then
She's
Inez.
like, wow, they fucking hate me.
So moving off you because I don't want your ego to get any bigger than it
yeah,
already
like
is.
seriously, like
Yes,
I-
you see.
as much shit as I'm
Whoa.
talking, I will also say that my ego, like I'm a very egotistical and narcissistic human. But
Really?
continue.
Yeah.
Shit.
Who would have guessed?
We're gonna
So I'm
keep
gonna move
feeding it all
off.
night.
You
Yeah.
because I
The
think
more booze
I think
you
your
put
ego
in me, the more compliments I'm gonna give.
your ego is healthy enough. You're good.
Yeah.
You know this. You wake up in the morning and you click your tongue at yourself. in the mirror.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty.
And it's you've got
Huge
it's
dick. A vacant
you'd be in,
butthole.
like people would look at you and be like, that guy's in a band. That's what you've got. That level, that measure of attractive. That's what you look like. You're like, yep, that guy's the bassist for this one band. Yep, that guy's the lead
Shit,
guitarist
Especially,
for this one other
especially
band.
that like my long hair got me so many girls going, oh, I like that guy. I'm like,
I-
oh, she likes you. I'm like, I was a nerd. Damn it.
yeah, I mean,
I know how to react to any
I
of
want
that.
you to understand that like the person who loves Dota most in this whole office is Aeneas, and that I think seriously affects his attractiveness and personality.
Why? Secretly
Dota's
yet.
fucked.
So
It's true. No, Aeneas could pull off the rich Middle East looking.
the what?
Rich Middle East looking. If you've ever seen like a really rich, really good looking Middle Eastern dude, they look like they look Hispanic, but they look like fucking like they got chisels out of like stone.
Chiseled out
I
of
just gotta
stone,
get
but
ripped,
Hispanic.
but there's a problem. Here.
There's nothing wrong with pudge.
I gotta get ripped.
I agree with that.
If you're just like skinny bone, then you're like being poked everywhere. But like the pudge.
Early 2000
pudge gives you
Justin
something.
Timberlake. I can see that.
And it looks like
No,
I
custom.
need the
Timberlake?
top ramen shitty hair.
Oh,
Are we just gonna turn this into like a
Can
late
we-
night us getting drunker and complimenting each other?
God,
It already became that.
dude, the hair.
I will say that we have been running for 3 hours.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
it's,
doesn't
it's
feel like
almost
it.
midnight.
Yeah.
It
It
is midnight.
Does not feel like 3 hours.
And typically, when we hit the 3 hour mark, we usually cut these things off because it makes more work for both me and Aeneas.
Oh,
When
I
with
gotta
long hair,
I gotta
they-
make a 3 hour long.
The skill floor
thumbnail?
becomes the swole floor.
Is that how it works?
Yeah, it's hard. I also understand that when I edit the audio version of the podcast, I want it to be like an hour long.
Fuck that.
So I just cut a bunch of shit out.
Come on.
Yeah.
Aw.
Right.
I
ends
love
with I love you,
mans.
I love you, man.
Hey, Mutiny Teddy, thank you for coming out. We always
We love all
appreciate
of
it.
You
you.
guys take all the
will you switch
compliments, I
over?
get nothing.
Thank you. Oh, now I get to do the whole sheet again. Thank you for coming out to the Skill Floor podcast. I'm your host, Matthew. We've been joined by very incredibly and impressively lovely people that I've decided to make a family with. We are the Skill Floor, an amateur collective of content creators. Thank you for coming out. Like I said, if you enjoyed this, please click that heart button. It's how we know we did a good job, and it's how we keep track of how much we're growing. Thank you for being here. If you enjoyed this, go check out our other podcast. We're on iTunes and we're on YouTube. We do a weekly newsletter called Amateur Hour. Fuck you, Quaker G. No Quiplash. That's true.
We
Wait,
love you.
I bet it was Quaker last night.
Huh?
I bet it was Quaker last night.
Oh, who
He
was I
hard
want
for
I want to
Brian.
fuck
Thank
hard
you.
for Brian.
Appreciate you.
Hot dog.
Hot dong.
Hard
Um,
for Brian.
But we want
Hot
to,
dog.
every time we do this, we get a little bit bigger. And the reason why that happens is because,
It's
fuck
not.
you.
It's not purely ego stroking.
Yeah.
If you guys
No,
do nothing but
but-
Quiplash, maybe you'll make a name for yourselves.
The Quiplash.
The Quiplash channel?
We'll be
Fuck
racist.
no.
We'll,
Shit,
we'll be the
dude.
racist Quiplash channel. Whatever. But every time we do this, we get a little bit bigger. We get a little bit better at it. And we want to thank you guys for pushing us that much farther.
Quiplash was yesterday.
You
Wait.
always, you make this good for us. But yeah, seriously, click that follow button. It's how we know we did a good job.
Selling
It's
out.
worth it.
If you have not already.
Yeah.
Selling out.
Anyway, thank you everyone for coming out. I want to
Thanks
appreciate
for
Mutiny
just following
Teddy.
luck.
Special shout outs to Afro Battler and of course the brand new person who came out, Sojourner Burns. Thank you for being here.
Love you.
Everyone,
Lockman, you the best.
take care. All the best.
Goodbye.
Have a good night. Get some rest.
Have a good night.
And remember, those
Just
around
work
you.
together as a space team.
Space team.
Love you.
All in one for one diddle.
Pew, pew, pew.
Yes.
One diddle to rule them all.
I'm gonna diddle everybody.
Ciao.